Hi there, welcome to Joshi'ing Around Weekly, a podcast in which we will discuss the most important shows, the best matches and the hottest topics in Japanese women's pro wrestling on a weekly basis. I'm Tim.
And I'm Eric.
And welcome to the show. Hello everyone, to the fifth episode of Joshi'ing Around Weekly. We are recording on October 7th, 2025. Today we're gonna have basically a lot of indie talk. We're gonna have a huge indie section today. First we're gonna talk a few small news, then we're gonna go into the Stardom New Blood review and a short Marigold review. And after that we're gonna have we're gonna have indies from Sendai Girls, Marvelous, and the Marvelous Gacha show as well, the Noah Magic Monday episode, the Diana Hurricane Hall show, Actwres Girl'Z, SEAdLINNG, Ice Ribbon, Chocopro, and whatever else comes to our mind. The last few are just if we have enough time. We got enough to talk about. Anyway, how are you doing, Eric?
I'm doing great because it's Taylor Swift album release week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You listen to any of the songs?
No, not at all.
Because you're a death metal sort of guy, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much. I listen actually to a lot of different types of music, but like I listen to a lot of metal. Yeah.
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song? Do you know one?
I mean, I know. What's the I knew your trouble when you walked in one.
Yeah, okay, I knew your trouble. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Probably
that's normally that's normally one of the top three answers.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Good. I had quite the experience this weekend. Like, it was like my first time watching like semi levels of Eric levels of Joshi over one weekend. Lots of new promotions for me, or like not completely new, but like things I either haven't paid attention to in a long time or not really at all. It was kind of overwhelming, to be honest. I don't know if I'm really made for this like you are. If I think back, like my Odyssey basically started with the Stardom New Blood show, right? And if I didn't have my notes, I'm not sure if I could tell you anything about the New Blood show at this point, because there's been so much wrestling in between since then. I don't know how you do it, but
notes, but yeah.
Yeah, without the notes. I mean, I do vividly remember exactly one spot from the New Blood show featuring Mozilla and Soy, but we're going to talk about it, I guess. Other than that, there's not really that much that I could tell you about it at this point. I mean, I still know that I like the main event and stuff like that, but specifics about any match, like if I draw blanks for some matches of this like avalanche of matches that we're gonna cover today, then I'm gonna apologize in advance for that, but I'm just not cut out for it, I guess.
No, I think it's just kind of a side effect of watching a lot of wrestling, right? Like a lot of the maybe less memorable or like more average matches, they just become noise, and then the only things you remember are like the really outstanding stuff. So like if you ask me what happened like a few weeks ago on a Stardom house show, like someone that only watches Stardom would probably remember that, and I probably have no recollection of that because there's been like 400 matches since then. So that I think that's just like a side effect, I guess, and I got used to it and I still enjoy it, but yeah, I don't think it's for everyone. I wouldn't recommend it to everyone either.
Yeah, that's true.
Which means that's also why I don't want you to watch everything that we might cover on this podcast every single week. So, But I'm glad you tried it for 1 week. I
did try it, yeah. I think I'm like it's not like I didn't enjoy myself though. Like I will try to. I don't know if our coverage suffers too much from it. Maybe I'm not gonna try to watch as much, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes today.
No, we can just cover the best stuff as well. We don't have to cover everything.
Yeah. Speaking of pop music, do you know Ash Nico?
I don't, but I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, she's like a dance music artist. I think she's like up and coming. Our friend Dave from the newsletter, he knows her. He said that she was like getting quite popular, and
He doesn't know her personally. He made it sound like he's like friends.
oh
with her.
no. But I guess he knew her music before this Starlight Kid video popped up, right?
Yeah, I think he's a music person. So
He is. He used to be a music writer, actually. So
right, okay,
he checks out a lot of music, I think, every week. Yeah, apparently she was like supporting act for Billie Eilish and stuff. So she's getting up there. And today, like just 2 hours ago, basically, she released a new music video with like Starlight Kid in it. Is that your style? Do you like that song?
So I listened to it when it came out, and I was like, "What the fuck am I watching or listening to?" It was like so surreal, and I don't know if that's like the Zoomer TikTok sort of era,
I think
where like
it
surrealism is back in, or
is that like hyperpop? I don't know.
is that a genre, hyperpop? I mean,
It
I
is,
would
but I've
describe it as
never been quite sure what it actually sounds like. I've only heard that it exists, but
if hyperpop is a thing, I would think that was it. Yeah, that was that.
yeah, that's kind of what I figure. But this is not like Taylor Swift doesn't sound like that today.
No. Taylor Swift is not hyperpop. No, like pop.
All right. Yeah, but anyway, another like weird mainstream appearance from a Stardom wrestler. Good for them.
Who thought that Starlight Kid wouldn't be like marketable? Like, that is so crazy to me.
Maybe
That you wouldn't push Starlight Kid. And I think the crazy part is just
maybe a guy with
you know,
a hat.
yeah, exactly. Outside of the masks and the gear, and she knows how to do social media. She is
Yes.
like an insanely unique wrestler. That is still the most remarkable thing to me. Like the way she does like the technical wrestling that no one else on the planet is doing.
Yeah, that's true.
She could just phone it in every match and she'll still be popular, but she doesn't. So
No, that's very true. I was thinking about that actually. Like recently, I thought back about our conversation last week about Azumi and like generally the most outstanding cases for this year, and I think I got Starlight Kid above Azumi, honestly.
I think I have her like right below or like equal. So yeah, not much different. Yeah.
But they're both up there. They're both like top 5 for me, I guess. Starlight Kid is probably like top 3. With Suri and I don't know who else. I haven't really thought about it that closely, but like Suri and Starlight Kid are almost like locks for me for most outstanding. They have had incredible years, I think.
Are you gonna resub to the board?
I don't think so. I think maybe we're just gonna have our own little fun awards on the newsletter,
Yeah.
Maybe we're gonna have a Joshi'ing around panel show with awards or something like that.
That could be
We're
fun.
gonna see what we're gonna do anyway. Maybe I should take my microphone to Japan or something. We can just do a live episode. I don't know.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I gotta think about those logistics, but sounds like fun at least. Anyway, where were we? Right, other news from the Joshi world is maybe we should touch a little bit on one Sari and her recent excursion to the US. I think there's like stories out there that she was supposed to be on Collision or something, but then it was basically downgraded to a Ring of Honor match. I didn't watch the tag match. I think the singles match hasn't even been out yet. I think you watched the tag match, right? What did you think?
I did. Well, I guess I'll start with like I know it's become like a bit of a thing for to complain about AEW or WWE if you're like a big Joshi fan, but I think that's probably not what we're gonna do. Like me and you tend to like AEW, I guess. So, I mean, obviously fuck WWE, but we're AEW fans, so this isn't one of those Joshi podcasts that's just gonna shit all over American companies, just to get that out of the way. But yeah, I really don't like Tony's booking when he's bringing in new foreign talent. I do understand there's like a significant knowledge gap for like AEW audience and fans like us. So like when I watched the tag, there were like pockets of the crowd that reacted to her, but it was mostly muted. So most didn't know who she was. She mainly got over with the crowd by fucking destroying Billy with a loud forearm as soon as she tagged in, and then the whole crowd were like, "Oh shit!" And then her Mutalock as well got a good response, but they didn't really know her before that. So I think Tony thinks you can't cold introduce foreign stars in AEW unless there's someone like Okada, and even then you probably don't do it. But I think the thing about this that grinded my gears was the fact that it was on Ring of Honor rather than Collision. There was no reason for that tag not to be on Collision. Like, zero reason. I don't know if you saw Collision, but absolutely nothing happened on Collision that meant that the Suri tag could not be there. If you say, oh, she's going to feud with Athena, so it had to be in Ring of Honor. Well, Athena's been on AEW TV before, and pay-per-view. So, yeah, that's the main thing that bugged me, I think.
Do you think she's going to feud with Athena at all?
Yes, but I don't know when it's going to be. So I'm like 99% sure it can't be at Wrestle Dream, because that is one day before Marvelous's show on 19th of October in Kanazawa, Ishikawa. And that might not mean much when I say it, but that's Senka's homecoming show, and she's going after Takumi Iroha's title. So that means they booked a huge building. So they're in the Prefectural Industrial Exhibition, Hall number 3. It's since the pandemic, only Noah has run there, and they got like over 1,000 in July. Previously, I think before that in 2015, whatever, it was Wrestle 1, and they had similar numbers. And according to the website, it has a capacity of around 7,000. So it's like a fucking massive hall. And since it's a hall rather than a traditional arena, it sort of depends on your setup, how many people you get in there. But the point is, it's going to be like their biggest building of the whole year. And it's basically testing Senka's drawing power, which is fucking crazy. Like, how often do you do a homecoming show for a rookie in a building that big? So I think Marvelous will want Sari for that show, who's a champion in Marvelous for context. I would be fucking stunned if they did not book her in advance for that show. She can't defend the tag titles because Takumi's, in a singles match with Senka, but they could have her in a marquee singles match, Sari. So yeah, not a Wrestle Dream, but somewhere down the line, I think, is where it's going, just because of Sari tweeting Athena as well. And I think, were they in NXT together? They must have been, right?
Sari and
Athena.
I don't know if Athena was still in NXT at that point.
Well, maybe. Well, either way, Sari tweeted Athena and saying she wanted to wrestle her, so.
Yeah, I don't think they were in NXT together, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, but if that match is at Wrestle Dream, I'm just going to fucking laugh at how Marvelous didn't lock Sari down for their biggest building of the year, so.
That's crazy, yeah. I do think I'm looking forward I'm looking more forward to the Senka Takumi match than to pretty much anything on Wrestle Dream, if I think about it. At least what we can project is probably gonna be on Wrestle Dream.
What is even set for Wrestle Dream? I don't even know.
I mean, it's Hangman and Joe, right?
Yeah,
it's gonna be the big main event.
Yeah.
What is other than that? Is it? I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, I have no idea. But
I mean Tony instead, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, but Senka and Takumi is it's a really big milestone for Senka in our hometown, massive building, going for the title for the first time ever. So yeah, I'm super excited for this match. This is the first big milestone in her career. So for anyone following Senka's career, this will be the thing you're looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In general,
your thoughts on the Sari thing? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, my opinion on this whole Sari thing is I don't think that she's really a name in the US at all. I don't think her NXT career did anything for her. Nope. I think even if people were watching NXT, they wouldn't even recognize her as the same person probably. So, but I don't think that's really a hindrance for her to be on the main AEW shows, because you can just put together a 2-minute video package on Dynamite to advertise her on Collision or whatever. You did the same thing with Momo Watanabe essentially, and she got over as well. So, it's kind of weird, but I really don't care that much. I think Sari just wanted to do this, as a ribbon shuri, essentially, ultimately, is kind of what my thought is about it. And whether it's on Ring of Honor or AW, whatever.
So the only reason I want it, well, I would have liked it to be on Collision, is just because I want Sari to be known by more people, because she's awesome. That's like the only thing I care about. But the fact it wasn't doesn't really keep me up at night. It is what it is. I kind of just want people to get the bag and get paid. You know, they sacrifice their bodies, and so like they can do what they want to do. So I don't really get mad about things like this, to be honest.
Yeah, me neither.
But I do think Tony could have booked it better though. But who cares?
Who cares? Yeah. Anyway, shall we move on to our first reviews?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. We got Stardom New Blood 24. Took place on October the 4th, 2025. In Bell Sal Shinjuku Grand Hall. Never heard of that. Not much of an attendance to speak of, but it's just a small New Blood show. Do you have any overall thoughts on the show?
I thought it was a fine show. Nothing crazy, nothing bad. So yeah.
It's really nothing outstanding really happening. We started off with Emma Maishima versus Kikyo Furusawa, who are basically the two newest members of the roster going against each other. And drawing in the end. I kind of saw it coming. I thought are they really gonna have one beat the other? That's they're kind of in a competition with each other, right? Who is the better rookie right now? And I didn't really see them beating either one at this point. Would be kind of humiliating for the loser, I think. I don't know. Yeah,
because they debuted on the same show, right? So if it was Akira or whatever going up against one of them, I was like, okay, maybe Akira's going to win. But
exactly.
Yes, no, a draw made sense there.
Yeah, match was fun, but nothing really important.
No, I think we've already spoken about them before on previous shows about how Emma's maybe a bit behind in character development, but she's kind of solid in ring, but Kikyo knows exactly who she is, but she's still improving in ring. So I think it's just let's see how their careers unfold. I think I like Kikyo's head scissors set up into the ankle lock. That's just a cool move, I guess, for a rookie to have. And I think Emma, I don't know if she debuted a new move or if you've seen it before, but it was a modified backbreaker of sorts, where she pulled her head back. And so I kind of like the idea of Emma just incorporating one new move every so often, because she's good enough to be able to do that. She doesn't need to be doing basic moves all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Moving on. It was a freeway between Yuki Mashiro, who beat Fukigen Death and Yuri Ahime in 6 minutes and 40 seconds. I was positively surprised actually by Yuki Mashiro. What did you think?
Yeah, so she's a former Ice Ribbon champion, but before I was watching Ice Ribbon, but she recently did a stint in CMLL. Why is that acronym so difficult? CM. It's just you always just merge it into CML.
It's just two L's. It's just stupid.
Yeah, it's just a double L. It's horrific. But she's now a freelancer after she left Ice Ribbon. She hasn't really been lighting up the scene as much as Misa Kagura, for example. So, if she did go to Stardom or do more bookings there, it would kind of make sense, because I don't really think she's broken through elsewhere. If you look at her dates that she's been doing, it's basically Kari Yoniyama's promotion, who's Fukugen Death. Gakugan Pro, which is the promotion that our one mutual friend, Alice, tried to drunkenly buy shows of, if you remember, and 01. So that's not really the most high profile of indie promotions. So it kind of makes sense if she's just going to do more Stardom bookings and stuff like that. And I think she was kind of known for her comedy chops, or being charismatic in that way, rather than being a sick in-ring worker. And I think you kind of saw that in this match. And that's probably why she gets booked on Gakugan Pro so much.
Yeah, it's true. I liked her. I liked seeing her.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's definitely a fun match, yeah. After that, we got the Empress Nexus Venus team of Rian and Waka Tsukiyama defeating Ichika Miyabi and Riara. What did you think of this?
So Miyabi faced Hanako recently in PPP Tokyo, and Riara was in Marigold for a bit last year, but she also works for PPP Tokyo. So PPP Tokyo, I obviously don't watch that promotion. It's the promotion that regularly books Joji Atani. Do you remember that guy who was caught for sexting underage girls knowingly?
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that guy.
Yeah, so that promotion books him like on almost every show.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
So it's one of those. It's the one. It's the promotion that Chanyoto's wrestles for as well.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, so obviously I haven't seen this. I think this was my first time seeing Miyabi, but she is tall. Is what I noticed. Was she taller than Hanako? Would she be? I don't know if she didn't face her hair, but she might be taller than Hanako or close.
Might be. Not sure.
Yeah.
But
no, I thought
have
this
the info here.
No, they probably don't. I also I made the connection that Rian and Yuria, they both have Mina inspired gear. Did you know?
Oh yeah.
Am I just slow that they both did that? I know that Yuria, picked it up. She had it handed down to her and she used it for her future title match. But I just realized Rian did as well because she got the hearts. And I guess I was really slow to pick up on that.
It's kind of true, actually. Yeah. I've never thought about Rian's gear like that, but
was Rian like is she from like an idol culture or something? Like why is Mina so popular with these younger wrestlers? I
have no idea. I think I guess she's just like the what should you call it, like matriarch of their stable, like the legend, the legend who left or whatever.
Yeah, maybe that's just Mina Shirakawa. Yeah,
I don't know. So apparently, Ichika is 5'10", so that's 178. That's fairly tall. I think Hanako is 5'11". Is that true?
Okay,
maybe.
All right, close.
But about the same. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't really have many notes on this at all, honestly.
Nope, leave it there.
Let's just move on. In the next match, Hina defeated Kyoka Kotatsu.
Yeah, it just doesn't look right for Hina to not have a belt, does it?
Yeah, she needs to get those trios or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was a bit short, but a fine match. Kyoka really just got to work on laying her stuff in. Especially she did some knees in this match that just looked so weak that it's barely.
It's a gimmick as well.
Believable. It's kind of a gimmick, yeah. People know selling her stuff because, I mean, maybe they just do that until she learns to lay it in, like just to make her learn. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they teased this match during the Osaka show, so I was kind of, out of all of the matches on this card, I was kind of excited for this one and the Brazilla one. I'm just all in on Hina. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm tired of being like cautious about it and like tiptoeing around it. I think she's fucking amazing.
She is.
So like she dropped Kyoko with a sick forearm. There was that sick half Nelson suplex that she does. That kind of gets me going. So I love seeing Hina's suplexes and her variations. But she's also just become a really sick promo. So like when you read translations, like a lot of the Japanese wrestlers just say like a lot of empty platitudes and it's all of the same stuff. I've sort of just like, I just scroll past it nowadays because I just like, okay, they're saying the same thing again. But when Hina does a promo, it's like she's fucking cutting into your soul. It's like she's doing some like deep philosophical like take of your life when she does a promo on you. So like after the match, like Hina was saying to Kyoko, like, okay, I know you're doing the things that you want to do, but if you don't win and deliver results, it doesn't mean anything. If you only do the things you like, you're not going to survive long in the ring. You joined God's Eye to get stronger, so get stronger. It's like she just I don't know. She's 18. I don't know. It's fucking crazy. And then, and then Kyoka, even in response, was complimenting Hina's mic skills. So, like, everyone knows it. Like, Reno complimented it in a, interview with Shupro. Kyoka's doing it in the ring, saying, Hina's mic skills are good. A bit out of kayfabe, but, that's kind of what they do sometimes. So, yeah. Just putting over Hina again. Just another weekly podcast of doing that.
I mean, yeah. They're also, like, stablemates, so they're being complimentary to each other.
Yeah.
Fine. Anyway, speaking of the Bozilla match, it was next. She teamed with Akira Kurogane, and they together defeated Soy and Sones.
I think I don't know if we go with Zonas because that's obviously the way you pronounce it in Japanese, and Zones just sounds too gaijin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Sones.
Yeah, Zonas. I think
Sones. All right. Yeah. This was. Do you want to go first? You go first.
You want me to? I'm gonna have my first crash out of the pod. Oh man.
So, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first, so I can save my crash out for after.
All right. So Soy, right? I want to talk about Soy a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Soy is like such a weird case for me because like whenever I see her, I really like enjoy what she does. Kinda, I think she's really fun to watch for some reason.
Yeah.
And I'm usually not like a gear or looks person or whatever, but I think her look is so fucking terrible, and her gear, her outfit, everything, her hair, everything about looking at her sucks so much that it's just distracting to me, and I never can really get into her matches because of that. Like I don't know what it is.
Everything about looking at her sucks.
Like not her actual.
Oh god.
Not her actual attractiveness or whatever, but just her outfit and her style. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Her gear is just atrocious, I think.
It was so out of place for how you normally carefully choose your words. And you just totally bury her. Okay. No, that was good. Yeah, no, her gear was... Oh, sorry, did you have more about Soy?
Not really. She almost died. But I
She
think
did almost
we're
die,
gonna
yeah?
talk about that later.
No, we can talk about it now. So towards the end of... Because, I mean, it was like one of the only... Actually, there's more, but let's just get that out of the way. So... Bazilla was trying to get her over for a vertical suplex, or a brainbuster, whatever, in Japan, a little vertical suplex is a brainbuster. But I think Soy just mistimed the jump, so she didn't jump. So it basically became a deadlift, but Bazilla had already went went for the back bump. So then Soy just got fucking shoot dropped on her head, like an actual brainbuster. And that looked rough.
It was kind of more like a shoot DDT. Like she never got over. Like she never got onto her back. She just landed on the front of her head, basically, or on the crown. And like
no, it was a shoot DDT.
Yeah.
That's perfectly describing it. But I hope she's okay. So
she was. Did you see the post match promos?
I saw a bit of it. It was like she was like holding her neck or.
So Sonas, Soy for some reason started speaking English to Bozilla. Addressed Bozilla in English, let's say. And Sonas didn't like that, so Sonas just hit her on the head so she would stop speaking English. And Soy just crumbled under like the slightest touch on her head. Like she just like she did hold the ice pack to her neck, and then Sonas just like slapped her over the head for speaking English, and she just fell onto the floor. I don't know what happened after. I hope she's all right, but I think she just sold it at that point. But I don't know. It was scary.
Yeah, so I think going back to the Soy, it sucks to look at her, full stop. I think she's changed her gear. I don't know if you've noticed that. I think she wears a shiny...
I never liked it, but I think it's gotten worse.
Oh. Okay, because before she was wearing like the linen blue boiler suit thing, and I think now it's like a shiny one, and it's not. Yeah. So it's a bit different, but yeah, it's still not great.
So I think what it used to remind me of like an 80s overall or whatever, and now it just reminds me of a clown suit. So I don't know, whatever you prefer or whatever you think is worse.
So the only time I ever got Soy and was like, okay, she can do something was she had a title match with Zonas actually in Evo for the title, the Evo Strong Women's Championship, and that match was pretty fucking sick. They beat the shit out of each other, and I was like, oh, okay, I can see what she can do now. But for some reason, she doesn't bring it out sometimes, and because she's in so many outside promotions, she's mostly doing the job, and that's kind of what I want to have my crash out about now. So, okay, all right. So on paper, this match was sick, okay, but it didn't live up to my expectations. I think if I didn't know anything about Soy and Zonez, I would have probably liked this match. Bazilla just wasn't fucking selling for either of them. So I get not selling for Soy, but not selling for the Evo champion was just pretty funny. She just completely big leagued her. And I think the reason why I find it funny is because Zonez is quite well protected on the indies. She doesn't take a lot of pinfalls, and she kind of always looks strong. She is a tag champion in Oz Academy. So I was just so fucking I got whiplash, watching her do all that, and then she comes into Stardom and she's treated like a fucking rookie by Bazilla. And I just wasn't used to that. That did affect my enjoyment of the match a bit. It normally doesn't, but when I've seen so many matches of someone be dominant and then Bazilla's just this match was all about getting Bazilla over, right? So could they have not selected any other duo for that match? Literally anyone else except the champion of another promotion. So I saw I saw Zonez and Soy have an excellent singles match before, and Soy looked like a killer in that match. And then now I was watching them have a handicap match against Bazilla. How am I supposed to feel about that? I couldn't help it. I couldn't switch it off. So my attachment to those Evo guys just meant I didn't really enjoy this match.
I did think, at least at the start, the Bazilla exchange with Zones was kind of sick, though.
They had some good moments, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a
never
moment
was really
where
in this, so it was mostly just Bazilla 2v1.
But that's what I mean.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like a handicap
crazy
match.
Yeah.
But there were some good spots. I think Zonez did a Samoan drop on Bazilla at some point. So they gave them something, but man, I don't know. They could have given at least Zonez a bit more. Soy I don't really give a fuck about, because she I mean she always does jobs on the indie, so.
Yeah. Yeah, with Soy, yeah, I think she's just fun. I don't know if I've ever seen her have a super worked match, but she has some fun charisma to her, I guess, which means that I don't really hate watching her, even though she has the worst gear in the world. But
well, I was going to say maybe you should watch that match, but maybe I should stop sending you all these different matches. But that if you want to get Soy, you should probably watch that match, I guess.
I've never minded her in the ring. I think she's never done anything that I found atrocious in the ring with her work. So she's just solid, I think. Anyway.
Right.
Can we move on?
Yeah, we can.
Do you have anything more on this one?
No, I don't.
Right. Bazilla won in the end with a waiter bomb.
Bomba.
And up next was the main event. It was Rana Yagami having her first big main event victory against Tai Honma. Dude, you start with this one.
Yeah, so Tai Honma's a 2-0, well, was 2-0 against Rana coming into this match. So this was basically, and Tai Honma's retiring on the 13th of October, so this was basically her charity before retiring, giving a win back to Rana Yagami.
Exactly.
Problem with this match is I realized I was 10 minutes into the match and had no notes. So I think part of the problem is I'm kind of overexposed to Tai, because she's been all over the place before her retirement. I think I went back and looked, and I think I've watched 23 of her matches so far. So I was just a bit numb to it, I guess, and I just sort of zoned out of this match. But what I did like about it was Rana's work. She has some intricate roll up setups into her arm bars, which I kind of like, and she's got multiple different types of arm bars. I really like the finish, the question mark kick.
Yes,
that's a great finish. Love that finish. And I also like that. So Honma passed down one of her submissions to Rana after the match. It wasn't clear which one she's going to give to her. If it's the cross arm breaker, which is the jumping arm bar, or the tie lock, which is the main one. So it's an arm bar and it's got a bunch of different variations. But she gave something to Rana, so maybe that's another arm bar for Rana to have, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree on the finish. I love that she won with the kick. And yeah, I thought Rana looked very good here. At one point she had some great submission on, but she unfortunately couldn't really hold it the entire time. So she just had to break it herself. But other than that, I don't really have anything negative to say about either one. Yeah, loved the finish. Good match. cool to see Rana get this main event victory here.
Yeah, so I mean, as you can tell from the recap, the show was just fine. But I like the concept of New Blood, though. I like the idea that they bring in some indie talent to work some Stardom talent. That is like a cool crossover. But this one just didn't have enough juice, I think, except from that Bazilla match. But how it played out was not how I thought it would play out in my mind. So
yeah, I agree. Generally a cool show. It was really like, I've seen one New Blood show live, and it was actually a ton of fun.
Yeah.
To be there as well. So I'd recommend that to anyone who's in Japan and should there be a New Blood show at the same time, I'd just go. I went in like almost blind and just enjoyed the show. It was great.
Yeah, I
and
think
they're like the good thing about the New Blood show, I think, shows is that they don't like overstay their welcome at all. They're just like
exactly
an hour and a half or something, and you're in and out and done, and it's just fun wrestling with a couple of outsiders featuring. It's great.
Yeah, so they got another one on the 17th of October in Osaka, and then so that's New Blood 25, and then they got New Blood 26 on the 30th of October in Tokyo.
Right. Shall we just move on to Marigold then?
Yeah, I was just going to say, so obviously there's a Korakuen show next week for Stardom, but as of right now...
right away?
Well, it's because there's nothing to preview.
Nothing really to preview. Right?
Yeah, they haven't got a card. The only thing is the Goddess of Stardom title, which is, what they call them? Reiwa Tokyo Towers? Yeah, I think that's what they call them. So Ami Sourei and Lady C against BMI 2000, that's Katora and Ruaka. And then they've also got Koguma versus Hazuki for the CMLL Japan Women's title. And that's it right now. So I think this will be one of those Korakuens with a lot of preview tags. And I suspect, they're going to be setting up some rivalries going into the Goddess Tag League and setting up some Crimson Nightmare bouts, hopefully. So,
yeah. Gonna be fun.
All right, Marigold time.
Hooray. Marigold. I watched this today. I kind of skipped a bunch of it, but wait. Do I have the wrong thing open? When was this?
This was the 4th of October. But the VOD came out like yesterday or something.
Okay.
Did
maybe
you watch the correct show?
Here. Anyway. Yes, exactly. This was in Tochigi, Japan. And I kind of only watched 2 matches. Oh, now I get it. Okay. Fuck. Stupid cage match. They put the first match down from Komomo and Seri versus Mirai and Yuka. They had like the immediate roll-up finish, right? They put that as an extra match, so I was confused why there were so many matches here. Yeah. Anyway, the first match, Rhea Seto versus Megaton. What are your thoughts, Eric?
Why? Don't do that, Tim. We're not doing Megaton matches. Skip Megaton.
Are we doing Nao Ishikawa versus Hummingbird?
We're also not doing Nao Ishikawa. Sorry, now.
Right, okay. Our first match of the evening, Komomo Minami and Seri Yamaoka defeating Mirai and Yuka Yamazaki 2 times, actually. Yeah, this was basically like they got into the ring. Yuka started, she's a pretty new rookie, right?
Yeah, she debuted in June.
Inexperienced. Yeah, she started against Komomo. Komomo immediately rolled her up and got the pin. So Mirai was probably like, I'm like on my retirement tour here. I want to have a proper match. So they agreed to restart it. And then Mirai got beat by, was it the same roll up? Same finish? It was also Komomo beating her, right?
Yeah, it's the Komomo clutch.
After 13 minutes of a nice, fun little match, I thought.
Yeah, so the background was Mirai requested this match because, this sounds crazy to say, but all 3 of the wrestlers, so it was Komomo and Seri Yamaoka versus Mirai and Yuka, and all 3 of the other ones debuted against Mirai. So,
okay.
she wanted to face all of them one last time. Which I thought was kind of cute. But you can see how important like Mirai was for Marigold, even just from that, like the fact that she was like senpai to three of their they're rookies is kind of crazy. I love the restart of the match. That was like some DDT shit right there, and I actually don't expect that from Marigold, so that kind of popped me. Yeah,
it was kind of funny. I saw the Sari debut with Mirai, and like this match just reminded me how great they are together. So
yeah,
they had some great moments here.
So this match is basically the future of Marigold, minus Yuzuki, who was in the main event, but and we've spoken a lot about her. But what did you think about it, considering that's the future of that promotion?
I mean, once again, like I said it last time when we talked about Komomo, that she's surprising me with how much I like her, essentially. And Sari is good. It's really good. And yeah, Yuka is a bit... She's got ways to go, I think. But like the other two, I think are pretty good, actually. You don't seem very convinced by Komomo.
The thing I like about Yuka is that she has like the natural confidence that rookies normally don't have. So I think I mentioned in a previous episode, but I can't believe, one, she's 18, and two, she's like a rookie. Like, normally that type of confidence for a rookie happens either for wrestlers who start later in life, or those who have a lot of experience. It takes a while to gain that confidence. And I think she's also pretty decent at selling for a rookie, and she's a pretty okay bumper as well. So I like Yuka Yamazaki, but obviously she's not blowaway, but I can just see the potential there. And Komomo, I think you're right, actually. She does have Carrara vibes. I think in terms of like her connection with the crowd and her selling. She sold Mirai's lariat like fucking death in this match.
That was so awesome, man.
It was great. And I do think she's a slightly better worker than Carrara, if that makes sense, like in ring. But I definitely get the comparison. I like that you made that comparison last episode. You don't even watch them, and you can already make sick comparisons. You just got the natural talent for this, Tim.
Maybe I do. Who knows?
You should do some scouting for Ogawa.
I did like really notice in this match though that their gear is really also really, really similar. So that might just be where it came from initially.
Yeah.
But that fucking lariat from Mirai was so sick, man. That was probably one of my favorite like.
She has a pretty good lariat
this week.
Yeah, no, it was really good. But the Carrara thing, it's not just her gear, but you notice like how over she was getting with the audience the more she was selling, right? That's like a very Carrara thing. So like not even just gear, but the way they wrestle is kind of similar, and how they sell. Yeah,
I agree. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that was done anyway. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but I also know that the Yuka when at least when she grabbed the microphone after the match, I really saw like that she's very confident, and she seemed to be like very natural, like just cutting a promo like that.
I've just got a feeling she's going to be like a top heel in Marigold in like 5 or 10 years or whatever. I think she's got that in her where she could. I could just see her like in a big main event against like a loved babyface and her beating the shit out of them. She's just got that sort of swagger about her, I guess.
Right. Do you have anything else on the match?
No.
Right, let's move on. Next up was a 6-man tag match between Mayu Iwatani, Miku Aono, and Victoria Suzuki against Chikagoto, Mai Sakurai, Utami, and Utami Hayashita. This was basically kind of like a preview match for the big show at the end of the month, except like Chikagoto was in place of Io Shirai, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't think she can?
No, it's a good stand-in. It's a good replacement.
It was kind of funny. Like her and Mayu, I thought was a fun pairing in this match.
So anyway. she doesn't have a Sumo Hall match anymore because her partner Koki got Koki got injured basically on 27th September. So they were going to have the Twin Star tag matches against Magenta, but that got thrown out the window. So now she doesn't have an announced opponent. So yeah, she just got thrown in here.
I mean, they should just make it a singles match or something. She should be on the show, I think.
Oh, she's great. I think she's really good at getting beaten up. I think she's almost the perfect mid-carder. She's funny. The crowd loves her. She's not a bad worker. So like in this match, she had some quite funny chop exchanges with Mayu, and it was
was
very similar
hilarious.
to. She was in her hometown during the Dreamstar, and it was a singles match versus Mayu, and that match was really, really good. And it was like a sort of similar thing. So I just think she's the perfect mid card for Marigold. So
Yeah. She did that one chop to Mayu when she was just she was on her knees basically and just reached up and gave like the Mayu the hardest chop I've ever heard.
yeah, it's
It was
awesome.
so good. It was really kind of funny.
Miku and Utami. So the
Yeah.
story of all of their previews, they went kind of hard at each other. That's just what they do. So there were like lots of German suplexes and lariats. It's the same thing every single time, but you just never get sick of it. So Miku fought out of the BT bomb, and then Miku just decapitated Utami with a running lariat, and then she gives her a Rainmaker for a near
The
fall.
Rainmaker was also sick.
Yeah. And then afterwards, she won with the Styles Clash, so she finally picked up a win over Utami, heading into Sumo Hall.
Was that
Yeah,
the
I really
first
like this
time
match.
she pinned her?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I dug it too. And it made sense for her to pin Utami. To like at least build some intrigue. What do you reckon her chances are to beat Utami at the big show?
Probably -4%.
All right.
Yeah, Utami is not dropping on a card with Mayu Io to Miku. That's just not happening. If she's dropping, it's going to be the main event and the biggest thing on the show. And Rossi has already said it's not going to be the biggest thing on the show, so she's just defending.
That's kind of what I'm thinking as well. Yeah, but so
For
it makes
Miku,
sense
but-
for Miku to pin her here to
Yeah.
get some intrigue on it, at least. All right. There's another match here that I didn't have on my file. Did you see this?
For what?
Darkness Revolution versus...
Oh, yeah. So
Kisuna
that match
Tanaka.
was basically a Nagisa Tachibana showcase. It's kind of interesting. So she's obviously improved from a year ago. A year ago, I couldn't tell her apart from Ryoko Sakamura. They were both like really not good wrestlers. But now Tachibana didn't even look out of place in that 6-person tag. She's still not like outstanding or whatever, but I did just want to note her improvement.
All right.
And then this is also the show where Misa and Chiaki said that they would challenge Magenta for the tag belts at Sumo Hall. And then the crowd gave them loud cheers for the top heel faction. I really don't like Darkness Revolution.
They're just gonna take the spot then of Koki and...
Yeah, they just took the spot, yeah.
Okay, so it wouldn't make sense to make it a singles match with Chica when...
No, that's why I don't know what Chica's match is going to be. Like, I don't, no idea.
That's too bad.
So there's a Korakuen Hall show next week for Marigold. There's a press conference at 8 a.m. UK time on Thursday. But so far, we just have a second generation showdown between Kazuna Tanaka and Shino, and both their parents are ringside. United National title, which is Mai Sakurai versus Victoria Yuzuki. Io Sky versus Mayu Utami. This is for the Sumo Hall show. And then Utami versus Miku Ano. That's the Sumo Hall show. And then at the press conference, they'll announce more cards, I'm assuming. More matches.
Right. And that's basically all we got for our like regular, I guess non-indie reviews this week. We're already entering the indie zone.
The Indie Zone.
Indie zone with Eric.
And Tim this time.
Sorry?
And Tim this time. You watched a lot of the Indie Zone this week.
I did, yeah. Do you want to lead anyway? The first show
Yeah.
for the Sendai Girls? Cha-cha.
Okay, let's do it.
go.
So the first one we'll look through is Sendai Girls. So they've started their Jaja Uma tournament, which I think translates to like wild ones or like wild horses is like the literal translation. But I think it's just a tournament for young talent. So normally they've debuted in 2023 or later. Yeah.
It kind of makes sense, right? The game is called Uma Musume, the horse racing game.
What horse racing game? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Come on. Of course you know, the Horse Girls.
The Horse Girls?
You've never heard
Is
of
it-
Uma Musume?
No.
It's like the big hit.
Oh, I think I thought it was like Labubu, and then someone corrected me that it's not Labubu. So
I think that's also a big hit, but another thing. I think little boo-boos are like little little toys or something.
Yeah, that's the one that Chris Stat has. Okay, wait. So what's is it like a game? What is it?
I've never played it. It's like, I think you train like it's like basically a horse racing game, but instead of horses, it's anime girls with like horse ears. And,
okay, but are we talking like
and stuff?
Computer game or like physical game? Like what sort of medium?
I think it's kind of like a mobile game / computer game. I think it's also computer on Steam or something. But I think it's mostly like a mobile gacha game that's gotten insanely like popular all over the world. It's actually from the parent company of Cyberfight of like Wrestle Universe.
Okay, Tim, you know way
they're
too much
making
about
a
this.
lot of money with that. Sorry?
You know way too much about this. You play the game, don't you?
No.
You just rattled off like 6 facts about it. You can't tell me you don't know about it. Like you must play it.
You know it. Like it's just gonna be online and you've heard about it.
Oh right, it's just general knowledge. My bad. Okay. All right. What's it called?
Uma Musume.
Okay. Well, yes.
I watched someone play it on YouTube. A guy who I watch play video games sometimes.
You just keep revealing more facts about.
But I never quite understood it, honestly. I do watch Northern Lion. You know Northern Lion?
Oh, yeah, the bald guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why that's the defining characteristic that I know him by, but...
I sometimes just having run in the background, like on a lazy Sunday afternoon or whatever, and he played it for a while. So I saw it. I know what it looks like. I kind of know how it works. It's just... yeah. But I've never played it myself.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I got you, Tim. Your friend played it. Yeah. Wink, wink. Well, Jarja Uma round 1.
You've never heard of it. I thought you were way more of a gamer than me.
Yeah, I don't play anime games. I play World of Warcraft. Well, not anymore. But I did play World of Warcraft. I didn't play horse anime.
Oh, you stopped? Okay.
Yeah, I quit so I could watch more wrestling.
Awesome.
That would be sad if it wasn't true, but that is close to the truth.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right. So, and with less World of Warcraft time, I was able to catch this awesome tournament from Sendai Girls. So the fun thing about the tournament is obviously all the crossovers between different promotions. As for the show itself, I thought it was pretty good. It was enjoyable. There were some good matches, and it will be more enjoyable if you like to see rookies develop and grow and you want to watch their journeys. It's that type of tournament. So in the first match, we had Spike Nishimura beating Soy. So Spike Nishimura is their new signed talent. I spoke about her on the last podcast, I'm pretty sure, on the last episode. She's from Northeast US, independent wrestler. And she's signed full-time. I'm kind of expecting her to win this tournament, but we'll talk about it later because she was also on Friday Night Gacha. And she did pin Yuna, which I thought was kind of interesting. So that made me wonder about her chances in this tournament, and if it's canon or not, if it matters. Because I expected her to win this tournament, but if she's already got a pin over Yuna, maybe she doesn't need to. But either way, she beat Soy in the first round. It was a really short match. Like, not much happened. I didn't have many notes on it. Did you have any notes on it?
My main note about this match, I guess, is that I think I really like Spike. I think I really like her like style, her charisma, her in-ring work. I think she's cool. I think I'm rooting for her to make it big. I just love the fact that she's taken the leap to go full time to Japan. Yeah, so I root for anyone in her position. So yeah, I'm hoping she really makes it as well. I think the only thing I'd like her to improve on is like laying in her stuff a bit more. But I think she has like really good foundations to do well. But yeah, because you know, it's the same thing with Kyoka. Like, your gimmick is kind of like semi-shoot vibes. So you do want to, like, you know, lay those kicks and forearms in. So but that's a nitpick. I think she did pretty well. At one point, she like tried to put Soy into a seatbelt lock or pin, and I think Soy didn't know what it was supposed to be, so she like torqued her into position. It looked really painful. I don't know.
Soy is our geek, our lovable geek. Soy.
It's true. And she also did a Rainmaker to win the match.
Yeah, she won with a short range lariat. Yeah.
As for the other match, I don't think it's like canon as in that she is granted a title match now anyway.
Yeah,
Against Yuna, just because. I wouldn't think so. I'm not sure about that. Maybe it is like that, but I saw it as kind of like maybe a foreshadowing of the eventual like title match after Spike wins the tournament.
Yeah, maybe you could like present Spike as like a threat, and then Yuna goes into her title defense, be like, okay, Spike's beat me before, but this time I'm going to defend. So
that's
yeah,
kind of how I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So next we had Stardom's Rian beating 2AW's Yuka Setsuki. So this is only my second time seeing Yuka Setsuki. She's a 2AW rookie who debuted in March 2025. 2AW isn't a Joshi promotion, but they do have some really fucking good ones like Ayame Sesamura. I thought this match was fun, actually. I thought there was like a lot of good near falls. I think so. Yuka really impressed me with how quickly she moves for her size. There was a very close near fall with the Samsung clutch reversal from a Boston Crab. That was slick from Rian, of all people, the twerp. And then Satsuki had a really cool airplane spin, Samoan drop. I don't know about the pin. The pin was kind of weird. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
So Satsuki basically rolled forward to get pinned.
Yeah.
Rian didn't do much.
I think the idea of the pin was really cool to make it like kind of sort of believable that Rian could pin her, because Yuka is like a lot bigger than Rian, right?
Yeah.
But like the execution was a bit like, it was very obvious that Yuka just moved into the position herself, into the pinning position, so it looked kind of awkward. Yeah. Kind of ridiculous, but
yeah, I thought this was a really good performance from Yuka. She was in tears after as well, which I love that. These matches should mean something to you. So whenever someone cries after losing, I always plus points from me.
It's an important horse tournament.
It is an important horse tournament, yeah. that your friend plays, not you.
Means a lot.
Yeah. So next up we had Rhea Seto, Marigold's Rhea Seto, which was like a surprise inclusion against Sora Iyame. So this was a return to Rhea's previous home promotion. She was a Sendai Girls rookie. She started out as a rookie before joining Marigold at its launch. Marigold had not been working regularly, if at all, with Sendai Girls, so that's why it was a bit of a surprise inclusion, as well as Hashimoto being included on Marigold's Grand Destiny Sumo Hall card. So it's kind of interesting what's going on there, but we'll keep an eye on it. So Sora Iyame's marvelous rookie, along with Senku Akatsuki. In terms of development, she's a bit behind, but she has her own unique charm. She's just really fucking funny, to be honest. She's a really good seller. She's incorporated a new move, which is kicking her opponent in the shin, which is genius. That's just funny. If that doesn't perfectly explain what she's about, then I don't know what will. So she was out of the gates early in this match with a series of drop kicks, while Rhea was still posing for the entrance. And then after kicking Rhea's ankle, as expected, Ayame tried to put Seto away with the Senka-style flash pins, which we'll just call them. Rhea was working over Ayame's leg for the entire match, and that led to the brutal cross-legged stretch, causing Ayame to submit. That submission looks sick.
It really does, yeah. I gotta say, like, in general, Rhea Seto is... I don't know why. I thought she wasn't as good as she is. But, like, I had low expectations for her in general whenever I watch her now. I don't really know why that is, but I thought she was really good here. And
it's a bit...
Sorry?
No, I was just going to say, it's a bit what I've spoken about before, about the Marigold undercard improving and people not really realizing it, because it's been like a year. A lot of them just got a lot better. Like, who fucking thought Nagisa Tachibana would be decent now? Like, so... Yeah, I think just a lot of them are pretty good, except Megaton, so... And Chiaki.
Yeah, I guess I'm... You finished?
Yeah, just those three. I'm done.
Yeah, but I guess I'm guilty of that as well, then, underestimating those.
Yeah. But it makes sense when you don't watch it, so... But
and now I really do... Yeah. And now I really do think, because I noted down, like, Rhea Seto really, like, sold her knee afterwards, like it really looked like she tweaked it or hurt it. Yeah. But maybe she really just sold the shin kicks from Sora.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah. I think Rhea is really good. Yeah,
absolutely. I just always look for like the little things and the way she like pulled down her knee pad to like I don't know. That's like something that usually they do if they really tweaked or heard something. If they immediately remove like their guards or their gear or whatever. But anyway, she didn't in fact hurt it. She wrestled later in the night and a couple of days later on Marigold. So it's all good.
Good selling from Rhea, yeah. So next up we had Miku Kanai versus Emma Maishima. So we've spoken a lot about it, about Emma and, you know, the one with probably with the most in-ring upside, I guess, out of the Akira Kikyo trio. So she went against someone we speak about a lot because Miku is basically in a lot of the indies. So I think we speak about Miku a lot. Miku initially debuted in Actwres Girl'Z before leaving the promotion and joining Yumika Hotta's T-Hearts promotion, where she trains with Sari, Chi-Chi, and others in Ito's dojo. She's been getting booked more in promotions like Stardom, Sendai Girls, and Evo recently. Before she was like sticking to promotions like SEAdLINNG and Ice Ribbon. She still goes to Ice Ribbon, but she's expanding her bookings now, which is a bit interesting. Unfortunately, I don't know if you noticed this, Tim. Miku's number one fan was in attendance. Yeah. This fucking guy that just constantly shouted, Miku, Miku, Miku.
That was the first thing I was gonna bring up. Yeah, she found her first little super fan.
The problem was he was also at the fucking Eve show that I watched days before, and I was like, oh, it's the exact same guy.
He was in England.
No, Evo.
Oh, Evo. Okay.
Yeah, so I was writing my review for the Evo show, and I complained about him in that review, and then I put on this show, and he's there again. I was like, fuck's sake.
He's insanely annoying, yeah.
I just assume he goes to all her shows, I guess.
Probably.
Except Ice Ribbon, because I don't hear him there.
I just always, I kind of wonder that nobody's, like, telling him.
They're too polite, I guess.
He's fucking annoying. I don't know.
Yeah. As expected, this was, I think, the best first round matchup. Don't know if you agree.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
So I thought Emma kind of showed off her really smooth wrestling, like chain wrestling. Yes. There was a nice chain suplex. Miku did what she does best, which is be an amazing underdog. She was fighting like out of a lot of submission holds from Emma, which I thought was kind of cool. I don't think we see Emma doing that as often. So it's kind of weird. Emma's sort of like leaning into submissions more and more. A bit like Starlight Kid style.
It's true, yeah. She's learning so fast. It's insane. Like when she did these rolling suplexes, I was so like blown. Like has she done those before? I
don't remember. It was the first time I noted it, but maybe she has.
yeah, kind of crazy.
So the result of this was so leading up to the time limit draw, like the announcer was going crazy. Emma charged at Miku, but Emma was caught out by Miku's trademark jackknife pin, so Miku took the win to go through. Good match.
Right. Absolutely. Really cool match.
So that concludes the first round, and then we move on to the second round. So in the second round, 4 wrestlers got buys. So 2 of the SEAdLINNG wrestlers got buys, which was Yuki Funa and Mira Koga, and the Sendai Girls Junior World Champion got a buy, Yuna, and Senko Katsuki got a buy. So in the first second round matchup, it was Spike Nishimura against Yuki Funa. So Funa is only a few matches into her career. She is super green. Super green. So it was very funny that she got a buy into the second round. I'm guessing the only reason she got a buy instead of Soy was for political reasons, or Maiko really wanted to test Spike's ability to lead a match against Yuki Funa. So, yeah. What do you think about this match?
I really didn't have many notes on this. I thought Spike looks just way bigger than all the others in the tournament, basically. Like, this is kind of like a twerp tournament. I guess it's mini horses. But Spike is like properly like a big woman, so like tall and muscular. So she kind of just a big horse. So she just pinned her with a big lariat. I didn't really know much down about this match.
So Funa was pretty rough in this match. She was really struggling, but Spike tried her best to keep the match on the road and keep it in control. So I thought that was pretty good from Spike, like the ability to lead a really, really green rookie. So Funa is 28. She has like a background in softball. She debuted in March, but she immediately injured her arm in her debut, shelving her for like a bunch of months, and she only returned in July. So this was literally her 5th match ever in her career. So there were missed timings from her, which we've already seen in her SEAdLINNG performances. She gets lost in the match. She hesitates a lot. But, you know, if it was my 5th match in my career, I'm pretty sure I'd do that as well. So I guess just props to Spike for keeping it on track.
Exactly. Props to her.
Yep, so Spike goes through then to the semi-finals. Next up we had SEAdLINNG's other, not rookie, but she's got over a year of experience, Miria Koga against Rianne. This was my match of the night. I really like this match. So Miria is the second most senior SEAdLINNG roster member, which sounds crazy to say. The first one is Sonori Hana. She only has over 1 year of experience, as I mentioned. She mostly focuses on kick-based offense, so she loves kicking the shit out of people. She's feuded, yeah, and she kicked the fuck out of Rianne here. So Miria like bullied Rianne for the first few minutes, just peppering her with kicks. Rianne tried to turn the table with a rear naked choke before climbing the ropes, and then Miria intercepted Rianne with a high kick and just jumped off the turnbuckle for a really good dive and drop kick. And then Miria put Rianne away with a bridging German suplex, and that is one of my favourite wrestling moves, so that was plus points from me. I think this was one of Miria's best singles matches this year, actually, and from what I remember, and I think she showed what she can do when she's dominating a match rather than selling against veterans, because she's been feuding with Natsukatora and Ruaka, and she's just had to sell, and this was like the first match where she could actually lead it, and I thought she was great. She's much better on the offense than selling, basically.
Yeah, that she did like a bit that big ass bicycle kick. That looked so fucking good. But I also thought like Rianne sold really well for her too.
Rianne's a good seller, I think.
She is, yeah.
Cool. So Miria Koga went through to the semi-finals. So then the next matchup in that side of the bracket is Spike Nishimura versus Miria Koga. So like kicker versus kicker, I guess. So that'd be interesting. And then on the other side, we had Yuna versus Rhea Seto. Yuna won. She, as I mentioned, she's the current Sendai Girls Junior World Champion. So there is an interesting backstory between this match. Both of them debuted on the same Sendai Girls show. So they were both Sendai Girls rookies together, which means, you know, you can imagine they're both training together and hanging out with each other, you know, outside of the shows. So...
Okay.
So they had several matches against each other after they debuted in 2023 in like the openers of the Sendai Girls shows. So this was like a reunion 18 months in the making. So that's kind of why they went a bit hard at each other. I don't know if you've noticed that, but Rhea showed off her arsenal of submission moves. There was like a cattle mutilation.
Yeah.
But, you know, eventually Yuna just won with a pin. So I thought it was a good match, and Yuna looked better than she has before, I think.
Yeah, I thought this was actually really fun. Like, the cattle mutilation popped me hard. I did not expect that coming out of Rhea Seto. Fucking cattle mutilation out of nowhere. But, the pin for me also came out of nowhere, kinda. But I really enjoyed this match overall.
It's just a way to protect Rhea, right?
Yeah, sure.
So then Yuna's through to the semi-final, and then the last match to determine who would face her in the semi-final was Senka Akatsuki, Marvelous's rookie, against Miku Kanai. So this was probably my most anticipated matchup of the entire tournament, and I thought the match was good. So Miku pulled out all of her moves to try and beat Senka, including the tilt-a-whirl crossbody, the off-the-turnbuckle crossbody. I'm waiting for Miku to pull out a German suplex. I've only seen her do it once in an Ice Ribbon Dojo match, and I'm gonna pop so hard when she pulls that out in like a big match. We didn't get it here, but one day. But so Miku almost captured the win after the jackknife pin again, which was her signature pin, but Senka kicked out at the last second, and then Senka did her signature combo, which is a body slam into her flash pin, but Miku reversed it into her own pin. So I've seen people do this against Senka more and more recently, where you know, you think Senka's going to get your flash pin, and then they reverse it into a pin on Senka. It's kind of like a smart way, I guess, to switch it up now and again. And then Senka picked up the win with her Axe Bomb Lariat, which I hadn't seen her finish a lot of matches with that move, and now I've seen her do it like twice in the same weekend. So I don't know if they're switching it up to make that her finisher, but good match.
Yeah, I guess I liked it more than you then. Yeah, this was my match of the tournament so far. I really loved this. I really am like Miku.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's your SLG right there.
Yeah, I'm a Miku mark, basically. So yeah, I had a lot of hype for this match coming in, and I thought like they worked it exactly like I thought they would, and it kind of lived up to my expectations. So I thought it was really like great and really enjoyed it. I hope they start a generational rivalry between these two.
Oh no! I'm going to talk about it later.
Fight each other forever. Sorry.
Senka has a generational rival already. That spot is taken, sir, by Seri Yamaoka.
Okay, I guess
we'll talk about that match later.
Yeah,
okay, all right, but yeah, no, that was that was it. That was the show. Pretty good show, I thought. So the semi-finals are on the 17th of October.
Right. That is.
Shall we move on, or do you have any other thoughts?
10 days. Sorry?
Do you have any other thoughts?
I don't really. I think I'm behind your prediction now that Spike is gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
She looked really convincing here, and on the other shows I saw her on. So yeah, I think that's the most safe, maybe also obvious choice, and it would make perfect sense. So yeah.
Yeah. So Spike versus Mirakoga, and Yuna versus Senka Akatsuki. Cool. Next up, let's talk some Marvelous. We've technically got 2 Marvelous shows in a row, if we include Friday Night Gacha as a Marvelous show. So the first one, I'm just going to blast through, because so Marvelous had...
see the first one.
That you're not supposed to. I mean, yeah. So Marvelous had a house show in Osaka on the 5th of October. It was mostly a nothing show, very skippable. There were some comedy matches, basically. This show isn't even on Cage Match. That's how you know it's such a low-profile show, because Shu Pro doesn't cover it, so Cage Match doesn't pick it up either. And that does happen more often than you think with Marvelous. There are a lot of missing Marvelous shows from Cage Match.
Okay.
So there were 2 matches maybe I want to talk about on this. So in the opener, it was Senka Akatsuki versus Sora Ayame, so the Battle of the Rookies, which was interesting because it was the first time since Unagi Sayaka's produce show at Sumo Hall on the 26th of April that they faced each other. And since then, Senka has basically mostly eclipsed what Ayame has been able to achieve. So much so that it's become a storyline in the promotion where Ai Hozan is also involved with... The storyline's basically everyone is jealous of Senka. That's the storyline they're running between the rookies. But in this match, I liked the grappling between the two. I think Senka is a really good grappler, but she rarely uses it in her matches. The only times you see it is when she's against Seri, which is obviously why I love their matches so much. But this match between Senka and Sora was much better than their one in April, and I thought that signified like how much they're developing. It was much more polished, and I also realised from this match that it's not just Soriyame's character development that's improved, but she's just becoming a slightly better wrestler slowly each match. Slower than Senka, but she's getting there. Senka picked up the win with the Axe Bomber again, so that's why I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is her new finisher. And then the main event was Magenta, which is Chikayo Nagashima, Maria, and Rico, against Ai Hozan and Spark Rush, so Suri and Takumi Iroha. So this match was mostly skippable. I'm surprised it went so long. It was like 17 or 18 minutes, and I don't remember much of it. Like, nothing stood out. It wasn't like it was a bad match. It was just not anything you need to go out your way to see. Interestingly, it was the first time Magenta have teamed together since Chikayo turned on Takumi in July. So for 2 months, Magenta had not teamed together, which is just really bizarre, I guess. Magenta picked up the win on Ai Hozan, and Magenta then announced, Maria said that they would go after the AAAW tag team titles held by Spark Rush. So we will see where that goes. And that's that show. And then, Friday Night Gacha. So you watched all of this, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, well, I thought this show was awesome. Do you want to go? Do you want to lead?
If you want me to, I can definitely lead. This was Marvelous King Gacha episode 1 on October 3rd in Shinkiba First Ring. Yeah, it started off like with a banger, I guess. So the concept is like Noah's Monday Magic. I guess you're going in without knowing any of the matches. And they're just like fun little house show matches where anything can happen, I guess.
It's Monday Magic, but with Chigusa Nagaya, who runs Marvelous. She's the one heading it up rather than Noah, and this is just her own version of that. And I thought she nailed the theme applied to Joshi, basically.
She did, yeah. First to come out was Senka Akatsuki. Did she come out first? I don't remember.
Yeah,
anyway,
Senka came out first.
It was Senka vs Mayu Iwatani, which was of course like a big pop for the audience there. And what a match to book. I mean, that's sick as hype as match. They were supposed to fight in the Marigold Grand Prix, right?
Yeah, in the
and
Dream
Senka
Star,
had to drop out because of her pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I thought this delivered. Like, Mayu's just so good. You can just see like sometimes the difference when Mayu's and then how she's just world class. And Senka brought her intensity, and I didn't actually take too many notes. I just watched it. Like,
it was the most. It was the most. Also, it was the most standard Mayu Senka match you could probably have. It was a fun match. It was like 8 minutes, and both got all of their stuff in. So I don't think they were trying to have an outstanding like Korakuen Hall level type of match. It was meant to be like a fun opener. Yeah,
I mean, as you said, it was just an 8-minute match, so that's not. Yeah. It's not gonna be like an epic match in that time. But yeah, I think they showed everything you'd want to see. Like, maybe not everything. They could probably have like this sick ass epic match instead, but just basically maybe a preview of what could be an exceptional Senka vs Mayu match. Mayu killed her with a big moonsault and pinned her, and I loved it.
Yeah, I love this match as well.
All right, should we move on right away?
Yeah, it was only 8 minutes. So, like, we've already spoken about Senka basically has 3 or 4 moves, right? So when she hit that third one, I was like, oh, okay, now Mayu's going to win with the moonsault. And that's exactly what happened. So Senka just got all of her moves in. It was a very standard Senka singles match, which is still a very good match and one that I enjoy a lot.
Right. Up next, we had a bit of an unusual match for a Joshi show. It was Starboy Charlie going against his tag team partner, right? Titus Alexander is his tag team partner.
Yeah.
I got a question, Eric.
Uh-oh.
Did you know Starboy Charlie's entrance music?
Oh, the entrance song?
Yeah.
Fuck, now you're doing like music trivia with me? I actually don't know.
It's called Purple Haze. Does that help you?
Is that Jimi Hendrix?
It is.
Let's fucking go!
100 points for Eric on this.
I don't know how I knew that. I fucking had to reach deep into my brain for that one.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on this one?
Well, the podcast is Joshi'ing around, so I didn't take any notes.
I actually didn't take any notes either.
I do have something. So they're both touring with Marvelous, so they were on the Marvelous show as well. And their tag team is called the Crush Boys because, they're heavily inspired by the Crush Girls, and Titus is super tight with Chigusa and Nagaya. So Titus is really fucking good. He is like someone I so cringe to say, but like he would fit so well into AEW. Like he's such a good worker. Like one of the standouts on the US independent scene for sure. So if you like watch him in Noah and stuff like that, it's just super clear to see. So I was happy to see him, and I thought he was really good here.
Yeah, I just thought their chemistry is just really fun to watch with each other. You can just really tell that they just like each other very much, I think, as a tag team. And I guess I'm your counterpart here then, because I usually like really enjoy watching Starboy Charlie.
Oh, you're a Starboy guy, and I'm a Titus guy.
Yeah.
What do we do? What are we gonna do here?
I don't know. We're just rooting for the Crush Boys together.
Yeah.
I guess. No, I guess. Yeah. I'm the Charlie Mark. You're the Titus Mark. Works out perfectly, no?
Could I make it any more obvious? You know that reference, right? Don't leave me hanging. No?
Wait, what?
Avril Lavigne, Complicated. No, sorry, Skater Boy. Not Complicated. He was a boy, she was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious?
Oh. Yeah.
No? Okay.
I know the song.
Yeah, well,
I
you just
probably haven't heard it in 20 years, to be honest.
You haven't heard Avril?
When was that?
Yeah, but I play it regularly. It's part of my my shuffle.
So it's not only Taylor Swift.
No, it's like any girly pop. So like Olivia Rodrigo as well, Sabrina Carpenter, you name it.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I'm literally like a white teenage girl in a black man's 30-year-old body. It's also, yeah.
I mean, hey, do you?
I do.
That's what they say, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got up next. There was this angle with the. She's called Great Sakura, right? The Muto's daughter.
You've been going over the Great Sakura promo segments.
We don't.
God,
need to. I don't really look up what it was about. I just had it in my.
Yeah. So Riko Kawahata plays a gimmick on these shows. The Great Sakura, which is the Great Muto's daughter. So right. She sprays mist and she's got painted face and stuff like that, and it's bad. I just want it to be Riko. So yeah, apparently it exists in Friday Night Gacha universe and not just Noah Monday Magic.
Right. Anyway, the next match was quite fun. It was Tai Honma vs Kakeru Sekiguchi. This was basically a Actwres Girl'Z tribute match, I guess.
Yeah, fuck yeah. This was awesome.
Whenever they played the Actwres Girl'Z song, both had to stop wrestling and start dancing. So it was fun. It was really fun. I thought this was like by the end, both were so exhausted from the dancing and the fighting that they just looked they suffered whenever the Actwres Girl'Z song started to play, and they sold that so fucking
it was even funny
hilariously.
I think Kakeru, maybe she was obviously kind of just selling and maybe acting, but it was almost like she didn't know the dance the first few times because she had to remember it because it's been so long. Honma had just wrestled on the show a few days before, so she kind of knew it a bit more. But I thought it was just funny that Kakeru's Love Riddle, the song's called Love Riddle, the Love Riddle song, she got better and better at it as the match went on. So I had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, but by the end they were both just basically lying on the floor trying to do the dance because they just were so exhausted from everything. It was really fun. Yeah, Tai won with a roll-up. Do you have any more thoughts?
Nope.
Right. Let's move on to the tag match between Rina Yamashita and Spike Nishimura, defeating Takumi Iroha and Yuna. We touched upon this a bit earlier. This was where Spike pinned Yuna. Rina versus Takumi Iroha had like one stretch in this match that I thought was fucking amazing. We touched upon it last week, but Rina is just killing it lately, so no surprise there. And
Takumi is as well. It's kind of funny because Takumi and Rina Yamashita are the ones people say everyone says are washed. The two most popular washed wrestlers, and they're both really good.
They should watch this match, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just wrote, are these sign? Is this a sign of things to come for Yuna? Spike actually pulled out angel swings on her, which I thought was crazy. I hope she keeps using that. It looked sick.
Oh, that's sick, yeah.
Right. Next up, we got Miyo Momono entrance. I was so happy to see her. It was Miyo Momono and Misa Kagura and Rina Amikura and Valentino Rossi against Chikayo Nagashima, Hanako Nakamori, Honoka, and Miyuki Takase. So, this was... First I was a bit surprised. I honestly thought Honoka was pretty badly injured. Is she already?
Yeah, she came back.
I didn't confuse her with another masked wrestler, right?
No. She was injured in July, in Diana, and then she came back in September.
I thought she like broke her back or something really serious.
No, she had a fractured sternum, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, maybe that sounded more serious to me. I don't know. So yeah, cool that she's already back and can go again.
Yeah, I felt like this match was booked for me, to be honest. This was a Marvel's like level crossover. It was fucking insane. So like Hanako Nakamori from Pure J and Mio, this was their second time ever interacting. I kind of get the feeling that Hanako might be leaving Pure J because she is. I'm not a reporter. This is like pure speculation, just saying. But she's been popping up everywhere recently, which is normally what people do when they're about to go freelance. And she's Pure J's ace, and she's done basically everything she can in Pure J. And the fact she's popping up in different places and indie shows and SEAdLINNG, it kind of makes me think something's going on there. But anyway, it was their second time interacting. Honoka and Mio, second time ever interacting. Chikaya, Nagashima and Rina. Amakura, third time ever. Chikaya, yeah. So I mean, it was just a fucking crazy crossover. So that's what this show should be about. It was a Captain's Falls match, which means the captain in each team is unknown. Well, you don't know the other team's captain, and if a captain gets pinned, your team loses. So the whole idea is to, disguise who your captain is and try and figure out who the other captain is and score the win. I love this concept of a match. Is super fun. I saw it in Wave earlier this year, but I'm sure it's been done elsewhere as well. The bit here was, it was kind of funny because Rina Amakura kind of accidentally let slip that Mio was a captain. So the four, opponents just started rushing for Mio and trying to pin her again and again, but Mio kept on kicking out. Then they tried a count-out win by pulling Mio out of the ring, but Mio ran into the ring on 13, and then she started defending the ring against the four opponents. But Honoka sprinted down from the ramp, she jumped into the ring, and she won with an O'Connor roll into a bridge, pinning Mio, which I was really surprised by, to be honest, but I loved the finish.
Yeah, but it was so fucking funny.
It was so good. And Honoka was so happy. It was so cute. Did you see how happy she was?
Yeah.
She was like jumping and dancing it. Yeah, it was super cute.
For sure.
Yeah, I really liked
she was I don't know if she actually didn't. Nah, of course she knew, but she really sold it really well. Like the surprise that she actually won the match.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I totally didn't get it until the end.
Oh really? Yeah.
Like at first I thought it was an elimination match. Just 4v4 and whoever gets pinned is out. And that they just didn't take the rules very seriously and sometimes just went back in again. I thought they were already.
Yeah, that's why it was so funny because Rina accidentally said that Mio was the captain. That's why they all just started rushing Mio and they didn't care about anyone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that all makes a lot more sense now. Yeah. But yeah, super fun match.
Yeah, I thought this show was awesome, to be honest.
The whole show was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't put over enough how much I thought Chigusa Nagayo nailed the theme of Monday Magic, but applied to Joshi. I say a lot that I'm a big Marvelous guy, but I had low expectations for the show, to be honest, because I've seen the guy do some shit on her shows. I thought like I'd get Ikemen or whatever on the show just doing a 6-minute entrance. So I'm very happy that the only men's match I got was Starboy Charlie and Titus Alexander, which was really good. So
yeah, I'm kind of like at first I'm kind of really glad that I stuck with it, to be honest. Because I heard like there's Senka vs Mayu, and I just tuned in to watch that, and I just left it on, and then like every match after that was so awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cool. So then next we have the sister program, Monday Magic, Noah, and I think we're only going to talk about one match, but it's a fucking banger. It's a big one. It's so on the 6th, it was 2 days ago. No, yesterday. On the 6th of October, Noah had their Monday Magic series, and one of the matches in the semi-main event was Mayu Iwatani, Utami Hayashishita, and Seri Yamaoka versus Takumi Iroha, Miyo Momono, and Senka Katsuki. So this was continuing the Marigold Marvelous feud, and boy, oh boy, what a way they did it. So it was a 20-minute time limit draw, and I don't even know if I'll be able to talk about this match, to be honest. I was in fucking heaven for most of it.
So good.
This was my idea of a perfect. I just loved everything about this. I'm really upset I didn't watch this match live. I always have like a big bump when I watch live because I'm so locked in, and I don't know anything about what's going to happen. But I already knew it was a 20-minute time limit draw. So, but even knowing that, I thought it was still awesome. I almost felt like crying after the match, to be honest. This is my purpose. I felt this was my purpose in life, to be sitting there watching Seri and Senka just fucking wrestle each other. It is my favorite thing in wrestling, bar none, full stop.
And they got to wrestle so much. I love
They got to wrestle so much, Tim. So much. I just want a 60-minute Iron Man match between the two. That's all I want on this planet. So, can I talk a bit about Seri and Senka?
Please.
So, I don't know if you've noticed, but the crowd fucking explode every time they touch. On any show they're on. The crowd know they're watching something special. And I don't know if there's like any other duo in wrestling that have that exact, like capture that exact same feeling that, you know, every time they touch it's going to be, and they're fucking rookies as well, by the way. It's not fake hype. It's like legitimately unique. I get fucking shoot goosebumps when they wrestle. I don't care. If you don't feel anything watching Seri and Senka wrestle, and how well they have portrayed their hate for each other over the past 7 months, then I can't even say what I think. But it is perfect pro wrestling. It's a lightning in a bottle rivalry that should expand their entire careers, and it will become the defining rivalry of their generation for sure. Just to reiterate, they're 18 and 19 years old. They're better actors than the vast majority of wrestlers in the industry. When you look at them and the way they interact with each other, you can see that they have respect for the feud. They have not broken character once since meeting on the 30th of March this year. Not once have they broken character. And that means like in press conferences, in random interviews, on social media, they just know exactly how to portray a budding competitive rivalry. Even Mio backstage in this show said she was jealous of their rivalry because everyone knows this is not something you can just replicate. Like, it's literally once in a generation and it's just a natural pairing. So, if you're feeling a bit down on the perceived state of wrestling, you want the old days back, you want pro wrestling to feel real again, just fucking watch Seri and Senka, okay? That's all, Tim.
Absolutely. And it was just laid out so well, just to like highlight their feud. Like the entire match basically revolved around those two, essentially. And they gave them so much time together in the ring. It was just really awesome. And like everything else around it, like there was a stretch with Mio and Mayu, and that's when I realized how much I need this more in my life. These two against each other. It was so fucking brilliant. And also Takumi, Roha, and Mayu, like old rivals. I don't know if you ever watched their old matches.
I didn't, but I know of them. I think this was the first time they... So they interacted in June in Marigold, but before that, they hadn't interacted since like All-Star Dream Queen in 2021, I think. So yeah.
Yeah, so that was just amazing to see. They still just beat the shit out of each other.
I mean, did you? Maybe I'm fucking fanboying so much over this match. I don't know if you noticed, but Mayu like intercept. So Takumi does like a combo, like a double kick combination. So she kicks you on. She gives you a PK kick, and then she runs the rope again. She goes for like a drop kick, a sliding kick, and Mayu interrupted it because she's probably seen it multiple times. And I just love little things like that, like where Takumi can't even get her like signature hits off.
Mm-hmm. No, it's amazing. They know each other too well.
And then the only other pairing was, so you mentioned Mio and Mayu, the only other pairing, rather than Seri Senka, which I'm still going to talk about, which was Utami and Takumi.
Utami and Takumi,
so,
yes. I wrote that down too. It's awesome.
I kind of, yeah, okay. So I think...
So, I never saw their like much lauded and celebrated 58-minute draw.
That is why you will enjoy this then, because I think that match has ruined their interactions for me.
Yeah, I kind of thought so. Like I watched the interactions here in that match, and I thought like that's kind of I think they worked well together. I don't know what everybody's problem is. They didn't go at it for 58 minutes.
Yeah, so I'm still so disappointed from that match, to be honest. It's just because I know both are so much better than what they put out in that match. I think that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, this match was all about Seri Senka.
Absolutely.
So I think the
They
first
went
round
so
that
hard.
the first round they went at each other. So Senka tried the flash pins and they didn't work. Seri landed her spear on Senka, which by the way looks way better because before the way she was bumping on her spear was on the top of her head. She was literally spiking herself when doing the spear, and I was like, she's got to fucking stop doing that. And she has stopped doing that now, and her spear looks so good. So if you recall Senka's 3 moves, it's the axe bomber, vertical suplex, and there is a deadlift variant, and then the flash pin. And then the rest are like basics, like body slams and shoulder tackles. But here we saw a 4th move, the Boston Crab. So, Senka is pulling out all the stops to fucking put Seri away. She did a double leg Boston Crab early, and then later in the match she did a single leg on Seri. Maybe she's done it before and I just zoned out, but this was the first time I kind of noticed it. And then Mia was just fucking drop kicking Seri in the face while Senka's got Seri in a Boston Crab. Just so fucking awesome. Just amazing. And then later in the match, they get back together again, Seri and Senka. This is like the longest portion of wrestling they have with each other. And Seri just lands a massive German suplex on Senka. Seri has a really awesome repertoire of suplexes. I think Senka needs to steal some of those suplexes. I think Senka can be a really good suplex machine. Like the German and the side suplex specifically, like the gut wrench. And then Senka murdered Seri with an assisted senton from Takumi. And then Seri replies with the side suplex that I just mentioned. And I don't recall Seri doing a frog splash, but she did one here. Like I said, like both are just pulling out all the stops to beat each other. And I love it. And then, I guess, I don't know. There's so much I loved about this match. Oh, and then Senka pulls out the deadlift vertical. Like, I don't know if you noticed, she was going for a vertical suplex, and then Seri kind of blocks it, and then she just deadlifts her into the air. So
that's so sick. Seri also dropped Senka with a spine buster at one point so hard. Yeah. On like her head snapped back so hard onto the mat.
Yeah, Seri's
brutal.
Yeah. And then, so I think the one thing that I think Seri needs to improve on when facing Senka is the flash pin. So they did do the flash pin combination later, but Seri doesn't know how to sell it. So she was like lifting her shoulder up before the like 2.8, which kind of it kind of kills the tension of the flash pin, right? You're supposed to like kick out at 2.8, 2.9, which is what Mayu did earlier in the week on Friday Night Gacha.
That's kind of true, right?
That's how you do it properly. There are a lot of wrestlers that don't know how to do that flash pin properly and sell it properly. And unfortunately, Seri is one of those, but I'm sure she'll learn when she faces Senka over the next 20 years. So, yeah. And then it was a 20-minute time limit draw. And then afterwards, Takumi slaps Senka around the face.
Oh, yeah. So hard.
So there's 2 reasons for that. One is obviously Takumi is defending against Senka in 2 weeks. But the most obvious reason is because she was upset that, they couldn't finish the match. Takumi wants Senka to destroy Seri. Which is awesome, by the way. She pushes Senka on top of Seri to get her to keep fighting her after the bell. And backstage, Takumi says, "How many times are you going to say you're frustrated? If you are, then start winning. Pull ahead. This is an interpromotional fight, right? Monday Magic or not, what we're doing here is a showdown. Start delivering results." Damn. I can't think of a better interpromotional rivalry that's benefited both companies than Marigold and Marvelous. It has been really successful.
Yeah, that's kind of great.
I'm done. Sorry, I just ranted for 10 minutes.
No, it's awesome.
I loved this match so much.
Here for.
Yeah,
I concur. I can only agree with you. I think you basically said it all. It was just fucking awesome in all caps.
In all caps, yeah.
Takeaway. And I just loved the layout of it so much. It was just so well done. Everything about it. And they were going so hard at each other that, just excellent. Excellent match.
Awesome. All right. So that's...
I got one more question. Was that the only thing you watched from Monday Night Magic?
No, I watched all of it.
You watched all of it?
Yeah.
So in the third match, there was a group of Europeans coming out in football jerseys.
Yeah, they are I had to research them because I was writing the review about it. they're part of a Spanish promotion.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah, I don't know what the football stuff is, but
do you know what the entrance song was?
Oh, come on, Tim. Tim. No.
It's called Epic.
Epic. Yeah, that could mean like a million things.
It was Faith No More. Have you ever heard of
Who
Faith
No
No
More?
More? Faith No More.
Is
Never
that like
heard
a
of them?
band?
Yeah. Mike
Yeah,
Patton.
sorry. Nope. Is this 80s, 90s? What decade are we talking?
90s mostly.
Are we talking early 90s or late 90s?
Yeah.
Because I'm born in
like-
95, so...
I think that so their best album in my opinion is Angel Dust. I would say that was 94 maybe or 90.
Oh, before my birthday. Don't know, don't care.
Okay. Let's move on then.
All right. The next one I'm excited to talk about as well. It's Diana, the Korakuen Hall review, Korakuen Hall show. So Diana, just all right. I am really into Diana right now, and I got Tim to watch. You how much did you watch all of it?
92 actually for Angel Dust. Anyway, I watched Diana. Yes,
You watched all of the show?
I did watch all of it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Diana.
So, wait, what are we deciding on? Diana, right?
I guess.
I think I have final say here because of Princess Diana.
Maybe.
So, like, as the resident Brit, I'm going to go with Diana.
All right. I got a question.
Yeah?
Did you ever think it was weird that they call her Lady Di after she passed away?
Yeah? Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Okay. I'm not alone with that thought then.
Well, because why did they do that? I don't know.
Was she called Lady Di when she was alive?
Was she a lady before she became a princess, maybe? I don't actually know the Diana law, sorry. She died like 2 years after I was born, so...
Oh, right. I just
Yeah,
kind of
well,
think they could have stopped calling her Lady Di when she died. I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, you're... I see. Yeah, because she died. Yeah, Lady Di. Yeah, no, that... I thought you were referring to her title. I was like, yeah, I guess she's not really a lady, is she? She's a princess. But the whole time you were making a pun about dying. Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Anyway.
I kind of no-sold that. All right. Well, I needed to get you back from last week when you no-sold my affection, so we're even now. Cool. So, Dinah. I'm really into Dinah right now. I gave a primer on the first episode, so if you guys listen to that, you'll know sort of where Dinah is at right now. If you want to too long didn't listen, I guess, they have a unit war. There's a heel stable called Invader or Innovator, Inver for short. They have a second unit, which is led by the champion Haruka Umasaki. And then they have a third unit, which is led by Nanami Hatano. And they haven't given them names yet, so they're going real slow with this unit war. So, because they only have like 2 or 3 I think they had 2 this year. They only had 2 Korakuen Halls this year. This is why this is kind of a big show that we kind of wanted to cover. They announced that they're celebrating their 15th anniversary next year with 4 major events. So they'll have 2 shows at Colts Kawasaki, where SEAdLINNG just drew 700 people. And then they'll have 2 shows at Korakuen Hall. So they're going to have 2 Korakuens next year as well, only. So I love that Diana aren't being as ambitious as Ice Ribbon at Korakuen Hall. And they're being realistic. You know, I think it's kind of smart. Ice Ribbon, like, fuck it. If you want 8 Korakuen Hall shows, I'll give you 8 Korakuen Hall shows with 200 people each show. But, you know, Diana are kind of more smart about it. And Ice Ribbon are paying the price because even their fucking new rookie, Karari Okana, is talking about how Ice Ribbon's in a slump. So, you know, it doesn't help your perception when you're booking shows with only 200, 300 people. This Diana show I thought was really good, to be honest. Like, obviously it's not Stardom All-Star Grand Queendom level, but it was just a fun, easy show to watch at just over 2 hours. You think?
No, I agree. There was like only 1 match I didn't really care for, I guess. Maybe 2, but the rest was really, really good, yeah.
We'll get to that. I'll probably like speed through some of these matches.
Yeah, let's do that.
So the opener was Anna versus Rina Amakura. So Anna is a new trainee, and this was her debut. She failed 2 protests before, and she finally passed the third one on 21st of September. Kyoko Inoue, who runs the promotion, always planned to debut Anna at Korakuen Hall, so despite the fact she failed 2 protests, she wasn't going to sway from that plan, and so she just debuted her anyway. So she's like very kind of green.
Yeah, she is.
So she performed exactly as you'd expect a trainee to perform. A 6-month trainee, I think. So I think the main thing she'll need to come more comfortable with is the selling, as she wasn't selling like any of Rina Amikura's offense. But that should come with practice. I think otherwise it was okay.
Really, I didn't actually really think so. I
Really?
thought, at least I wrote in my notes that she does a good job at getting the audience behind her, at least.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of... Yeah, I guess you can get the audience behind you without selling moves, though.
That's probably true, yeah.
I mean, specifically, when she was getting hit, she just wouldn't pull any, like, face... She was, like, expressionless, which is, like, a common thing with rookies.
That's probably true, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, she definitely had the crowd on her side, for sure.
Yeah. Like, Rina Mikura, she put in, like, some submission hold by the end that looked so crazy. She just ragdolled her, basically, into, like... What was it, into a Boston Crab? I don't quite remember what it was.
I think it was Boston Crab. Yeah, I didn't write down exactly the move,
but she just swung her around into that. It looked kind of crazy. Anyway, she carried her to the back after that. That was
cute.
Sweet.
Yeah. But yeah, so Diana have a new rookie now. And then the next match. So we hyped up Seri and Senka on this week's podcast, and now we need to hype up Shan.
We do.
Okay. So, Shan faced Hazuki, Stardom Suzuki. So, Hazuki was making her Diana debut. And I think Hazuki is still kind of testing what free agency life looks like. This was by far my most anticipated match on the card. So, Shan, she's technically signed with New Taiwan Wrestling, obviously in Taiwan. And she only really performs in Diana when she's making the trip over to Japan, because she's at university right now. So, she goes like during breaks or weekends or big shows like Korakuen Halls. And she doesn't have a lot of outside bookings outside of Diana. I think she's got like one wave appearance and stuff like that. But Diana has a partnership with New Taiwan Wrestling. And so it's kind of, she has a really small footprint. A lot of people, like, I don't think I've ever seen Shan mentioned in any of the Discords I'm in, but I'm also not in the super locked down Joshi ones, because I like to keep in my bubble. But I haven't seen her like be spoke about in like the mainstream Joshi media, and she's like a genuine rookie standout that is probably within my top 5 in the Japanese independent scene. She's Chinese, but I mean, for people that work in the Japanese independent scene, from like the 2024 and 2025 class, I think I would comfortably have her in my top 5. So absolutely. I don't know what did you think about her? It was your first time seeing her.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of prepared me for her. But like everything you told me is true, I guess. I was really like, I thought she was excellent, honestly. Like I wouldn't even have thought that she was a rookie or like on a rookie level if I didn't know that from you. I thought she just looked very, very convincing and very good. Like she Husky gave her a lot more than I actually thought she would get.
Exactly, yeah.
Which was awesome. And like Husky is like, of course, always an awesome partner to have a match like this. She was kind of the big bully in this one, as she likes to do with the rookies, I guess. So, but yeah, like everything Shan did, like I didn't see anything from her that I thought like looked totally out of place or like failed or anything like that. I think she did some transitions that were like exceptionally smooth for like a rookie, and overall I pretty much I loved this match. Don't know
great.
Know what to say.
No, so I think the best thing what she's best at is selling and bumping. She's very which is kind of rare for a wrestler with any 1 year experience, but she's got great expressions, and I think she showed that in this match. And she also just gets wrestling. So she applied a Muta lock on
Right.
Hazuki,
Yeah.
and then Hazuki reached the ropes. And then Shan was frustrated, so she just slapped Hazuki, and then the crowd just started laughing because it's just like one of those little things, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, fuck you for reaching the ropes, just his little slap. And then she drilled Hazuki with a basement dropkick. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, Shan definitely watches Suri, like who does both the Muta lock and the basement dropkick. And if you're going to learn from anyone, then you want to learn from Suri, right?
Yeah.
And Shan also has, she really lays in her forearms, like probably more than anyone else in that promotion, maybe Umasaki. And she has a good tornado DDT, a fisherman buster, and this is like all just like with a year of experience. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I thought this match was great, and just another chapter in Shan-Chan's good match catalogue already as a young wrestler. So I just wanted to put her on the radar more.
Yeah, that's kind of like how I how I like to judge like a rookie and how much they get it is basically how much they laid their stuff in.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna mention this later again in the Actwres show.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, her forearms looked like very convincing. Like she didn't hesitate at all. That Muta lock also that looked almost kind of like uncomfortable because like Husky dragged her to the ropes, right? But she's basically on her neck, wrenched back. So she always had to adjust her head to not like basically break her own neck in the Muta lock.
You're right. I didn't even fucking notice that. Wait,
You didn't?
No. I kind of didn't, like, when Suri does the Muta lock, how do people even get out of it? Like, I can't remember off the top of my head. Do they go to the ropes?
I think so. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, exactly. When
right
you
now,
think
when
about
Suri
it.
does it, but in this case, Husky just robbed to the ropes, and it was like kind of comfortable to watch Shan-Chan's head
Yeah, that's
Like-
funny. Yeah.
scraping along the mat, basically in that position. Anyway, she also did like one really cool looking, like she did basically like a matrix dodge, into a stunner.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what I mean, but
Yeah, no, I
that
know
looked really
exactly what you mean.
And yes, that she kicked out of the like Husky just pinned. Who did she pin? She pinned someone on the Stardom Currican with the big senton from the top rope. So when she did here, I thought, yeah, that's for sure the match. And when she kicked out of that got a big pop out of me.
Yeah, she gave Shan-Chan a lot. I was surprised, to be honest.
Absolutely, yeah.
I was really worried it was going to be a rookie beatdown, to be honest, but it wasn't.
Yeah, and then Shan-Chan did like a crazy good spinning DDT as well right after that to counter like something Husky was trying. It was just a really good match. Yeah,
Yeah, so buy your Shan-Chan stocks if you haven't already.
absolutely.
Cool. And Diana is like one of the only places you can see her wrestle regularly so far, unless she branches out after she's done with university, which maybe she will. But right now when she's at uni, that's the main place you can see her. All right. Next so Hazuki won with two diving sentons. So yeah.
Right.
Next match we had Maiko Ozaki, Moran, and Mizuki Kato against Risa Sera, Tai Honma, and Yu. So this was basically a match with people who are retiring. Yeah. So Sarah is retiring in January, Tai Honma's retiring next week, and Yu is retiring in December 28th. Mizuki Kato is such a sweetheart. She burst out into tears
cried
when
immediately. Yeah.
she cried immediately when shaking Yu's hand, because obviously she looks up to her. Kato has obviously borrowed some of Yu's moves as well, and they're the same sort of type of wrestler. Kato even did use steamroller spot on her, which must have been like a bucket list item. So I just thought it was adorable, basically. I thought this match was a really, really fun party match. That is, until an unfortunate botch took me out of it, especially because it was the finish, and I was really concerned about Moran. So Moran is 16. Oh, was this your first time seeing Moran as well?
I think I saw her before, actually. Like her name is so familiar to me.
She's been around for a few years, so yeah, that doesn't surprise me. She's probably popped up on New Blood, if I had to guess. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Yeah, so she's 16. She is another standout in Diana. So it's Moran and Shan-Chan if you're looking for two young standouts. And she has like a lot of like lucha type moves, and one of them is a Hurricane Rana pin, where she sort of like, you know, she leaps up onto the shoulders of the opponent into like a seated position, and then she does a Hurricane Rana and a pin. This time, however, she jumped on top of Risa Sera, and Risa Sera either buckled or Moran was too fast. One of those. I don't know which.
I think her knee buckled
I think her
sure.
knee buckled, but I guess I can... We're not journalists. We can say
fucked.
that, right?
Yeah.
So Risa Sera's knee buckled. The context is Risa Sera injured her ACL and MCL in July, and she said she was going to fucking continue with her retirement road despite having no knee anymore. And she's been hobbling around for months in matches, basically doing nothing in tag matches and stuff like that. And here, what happened was, as she buckled, Moran was like mid Hurricane Rana, and Moran's head just fucking... I think it bounced off the mat. That's what it looked like when I saw it in slow motion. Weirdly, Moran is booked for matches, so she's booked for an ice ribbon match this weekend. So that makes me think they've cleared her or didn't bother to check whether she might have been concussed. But it looked like her head bounced off the mat, and Moran was sort of like loopy for 30 seconds to 1 minute, and Risa Sera was just holding her knee, and then they fucking repeated the spot, and it went perfectly. I have no idea how they managed to get it perfectly the second time. But yeah, so that was the finish. Moran pinning her idol, Risa Sera. Her senpai is Risa Sera, so they're a tag team together in Diana. And that's why Moran was so emotional as well about pinning Risa, and it was a big pop from the crowd. It would have been even better if they didn't have the botch, but...
I think that was almost more insane than the botch itself, was that they just did the spot anyway.
It's fucking crazy, right?
So
that they just repeated it?
Yeah, I thought... I didn't think Risa was even gonna be able to stand again after like her knee buckled again. And like Miran didn't... She landed with her head on the mat, but also with her body, I think, pretty much on the injured knee of Risa Sera.
Yeah.
So like it was like a triple fucking...
Not even the physical stuff, Tim. Just
disaster.
Think about the mental block in doing the same spot again as a 16-year-old.
Crazy.
And you just fucking run the ropes full speed and do it again as if nothing happened. This blew my mind, to be honest. This was insane.
Yeah. So first off, Miran faced Rina last year for the Future of Stardom title.
Right.
And I really do remember that match like vividly, because I was so impressed by Miran at that point already. And yeah, she looked even better in this one. Like that was like almost 18 months ago at this point. So yeah, she's really, really talented. I hope
she's going to be good.
Yeah, I hope she's not. Yeah. I hope she didn't have a bad concussion and just keeps wrestling now. That would be disaster.
I mean, the fact that she's booked for a match this weekend makes me think she's fine, and maybe. But I don't know if it's one of those things where she didn't say anything and they're not being protective enough. So I really can't tell which it is, but they need to be protecting her as much as possible because she has a very bright career ahead of her.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's kind of insane that she has such a high risk moveset. Like, she has a lot of really fucking wow moves in her moveset as well. So, yeah, love Moran.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you think...
Yeah, go on.
Do you think Mizuki Kato is gonna inherit Yu's log roll spot?
Probably. I mean, she fucking loves you. I don't think that log roll spot is dying anytime soon.
Oh, no.
I call it the steamroller. You call it the log roll? The log roll? Is it because it's
I wasn't
shit?
quite sure if you meant the same thing when you said steamroller, but maybe it's called steamroller.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because log is.
I mean,
just...
she rolls like a log now. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm just quite immature. That is not what I think when I think log, but that's okay. All right. So, next up we have... Oh, do you have any other comments on that match? I thought it was a really good match. Party match.
Yeah, what was just a lot of fun until the finish. That was scary. Other than that, yeah. There was, like, when Kato slammed Yu, that was also a big spot. And I felt happy for Kato, at least. Right.
Cool. Next up, we had... I didn't really have many notes on this. It was Himiko and Kumo, which is part of the heel stable in Diana. I guess the only notable thing is we had also Jaguar Yokota and Mayumi Ozaki as a team.
Yes.
We had Prominence as another team, and then Makoto and Misa Kagura. So it was a 4-way tag. And This match
Basically
was
won.
literally just to draw people with Azaki and Jaguar Yokota. So not much else happened. I guess Makoto was in the ring with prominence, and she tried to get them to stop beating her up by saying that they were all Ice Ribbon OGs. So and it didn't work, obviously, because obviously Risa Sera and prominence they came from Ice Ribbon, and same with Makoto. And then I guess the last thing to say is Yokota, who's 64 by the way, did a fucking rolling leg drop off the top rope for the win.
She
What the
usually
fuck is
does
she
that
doing?
on the mat, but like doing it off the top is crazy for her.
It's insane. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Where is Kumu? Is she a Diana regular?
No, so she's from the same promotion as Shanshan in Taiwan. So she's Taiwanese.
Oh.
And
okay.
This was her last match before going back to Taiwan. I assume she'll be on the same sort of deal and come over for big shows and stuff like that.
She has a cool look.
She does. So she's someone that looked very uncomfortable when she first arrived in Diana. She only debuted in June this year in Taiwan. So she's super green. But
I think
she
you
is
told me about her actually, yeah.
Yeah, but she's really filled out her character and become way more confident working as a heel, and especially alongside Debbie Keitel, who we'll talk about later. I think there's a lot of her mannerisms there as well, so you can tell they've like spent time together. And Kumu's English is very good as well, so they probably like talk a lot with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I like Misa Kagura a lot whenever I see her. So
hell yeah, our freelancing queen. Next up, we had Nami Hitano versus Yuna Manase. So when I saw this match booked, I was like, why are they just having Nanami in like a throwaway singles match? When like, Haruka Umesaki's in the main event, which we'll talk about later. Nanami is also one of the pillars of Diana alongside Haruka Umisaki. And when you put her against someone like Yuna Manase, it's like, okay. But this match kind of over-delivered for me. I thought it was going to have some Yuna-type comedy, but I don't even know how to explain this match. It was basically... So they worked really stiff with each other, but they worked so stiff you would think it was like the culmination of a blood feud, but there was actually no story in it for this match going into it. Yuna worked completely seriously. Nanami's already been having a lot of hard-hitting fights recently, but I just felt this match left an impression on me. It's like this match had a bit of a danger feeling. Do you know what I mean?
yes.
Like someone was gonna beat the shit out of each other, like for shoot. I just don't know what. I had this weird feeling about this match in a good way. So I really liked this match. I thought it was kind of unique on the card and it stood out, and it completely over delivered for me.
Yeah, I mean the danger started right away on the entrance, right, when Nanami fell on her ass.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
It was kind of funny. Yeah, I just thought like Nanami is someone I kind of like to check in on every now and then, because obviously she has like the God's Eye connection and everything to Stardom. So I really think she's come a long way, like just in her presentation and in her like character. She feels a lot more like assured of herself, I guess, and like she's got like really cool entrance gear now, and like she just feels like a bigger deal than the last time I saw her. I think her wrestling is not quite there yet, but she feels a bit unsure still in some spots. But you're right, maybe that adds to that like bit of a danger feeling when you're not quite sure if they're like if
it's
this is
almost like
all going as planned or not.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like
yeah.
anticipation for like the next move. Like, what are they gonna do next? But in a good way, I think. It was like a really unique feeling that I had after this match.
No, that's very true, yeah.
But I don't have that God's Eye tarnishing of Nanami, so I only just think she's good because I've only watched her Diana work, and she's just a good worker. But I understand if like you've seen her when she was 13 or 14 or 15 in God's Eye, then you probably have like a bit of more of a skewed view, I guess.
I never really felt that she was just tarnished or anything, really. I mean, it was always clear that she was like a really young rookie at that point. And for that, like for her age at that point, I never thought bad of her or anything. So
cool.
Yeah. No, just and like there was a big lariat at the end that was so insanely good.
Yuna was
Like
just
the
really
big
good here.
suplex, yeah.
She hit a
She
lot
was.
of stiff lariats on Nanami.
Oh yeah.
And then she went one of the lariats
One
after
for the
she
finish,
hit,
actually. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, one for the finish. But before that, she hit a lariat and then straight into like an Aja Kong style backdrop suplex, which was
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I noted down. That's what I
Yeah.
wanted to say. That was such a great spot.
So another really good match on the card. And then we had a 3-way for the Diana Elizabeth title. This title is basically only defended in 3 ways, and it's only open to those above the age of 40. So Kyoko is the current holder. That's not a joke, by the way. That's actually the rules.
It's kind of what I figured from the match, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. So Kyoko, in a way, is currently the holder, and she really wanted to defend it against Yuki Miyazaki from Wave, who's retiring on the 1st of January at Korakuen Hall. And
who's not retiring?
I know, everyone's retiring. And then they also threw in Tomoko Watanabe into the mix as well, because why not? This match wasn't really for me, but you know the crowd loved it, and it was pretty okay. I mean, it was 3 veterans putting their bodies on the line for some dangerous bumps that I would never do if I was their age. You know, they're all 46 to 56. Miyazaki's top rope moonsault is just insane. It always scares the fuck out of me because I feel like she's going to land on the head, but she always just clears it at the last moment. And yeah, Kyoko retained with the short range lariat on Miyazaki.
I didn't have much on this either.
Yeah,
it was like a lot of crowd brawling, which is like always good for the crowd as well, like to get them going. I got one question for you though, Eric.
Yep.
Yuki Miyazaki.
Mm-hmm.
She came into a song.
Oh, fuck off. Isn't her song from like it's from FMW back in the day. I don't know what the actual song is.
FMW.
Yeah,
you don't know the song? Okay.
What is it?
It's called Pretty Fly for a White Guy. Do you know the band?
R. Kelly?
It's The Offspring.
What the fuck is an Offspring?
You've never heard of The Offspring?
No.
Oh my god.
Okay, which decade? 70s?
They're still active, I'm pretty sure. I
Are
think
they American?
They started in 94, I'd say. They're like a pop punk band, I guess, from America, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to listen to that song after this recording.
This song, I hate the song, by the way. I think it's a terrible song. But The Offspring have some good songs, too.
All right.
Listen to like The Kids Are on the Right or Self-Esteem or something. I don't know. I think that song is pretty cringe, actually. It was fun when it came out, but I was like 9 years at the time, so that's probably why I found it funny. I don't know.
I've learned 3 songs just doing this podcast today.
I thought it would make for a fun little, like, what's it called?
Oh, you did this on purpose? I thought you were doing it on the fly. I was like, wait, does Tim remember all of these entrances? Or that? Yeah, no, okay, I'm going to catch you out next time. I'm going to hear a song that I know is an actual song and not just some random stuff. Wait. Oh, Kyoko, in a way.
Educate you.
Yeah, no, I mean, you have educated me. Thank you, Tim. All right. All right, main event time. So, the main event was the Tag Team Championship. So, the current champions at the time, were Ayako Sato and Debbie Keitel, who are the top leaders of the heel stable. Both very good workers. Debbie Keitel's you might know her from Eve. She's Irish. She's just a good worker now. So if you've seen her elsewhere before and you thought she was mainly just a character worker, she is also now a good in-ring worker. And I feel like, I know it's cringe to say, I feel like it's inevitable she's going to land in AEW, WWE one day. She has the character work and she can now work in-ring as well. So unless she just stays in Diana, of course, which that would be great for me. So they were defending against Haruka Umasaki and Unagi Sayaka. So Umasaki is obviously Diana's ace and the singles champion as well. So a few weeks ago, in August now actually, in Kyoto, Chibuki, which is their team name, Umasaki and Sayaka, they announced that they would be going their separate ways and not tagging together anymore. But they were back again weeks later, challenging for the titles. The storyline did not play out on Diana shows, and apparently it was all on Unagi Sayaka's YouTube. So the story was that Unagi and Umesaki's parents became friends, and their wish was for them to reunite. So this was just a YouTube storyline, and Caffeine and Crush, which is the champions, Sato and Kaito, they've been running the tag team title scenes ever since they won them, and they're just really good team, to be honest. So I thought the match was quite good, but I felt like Unagi slowed down the match quite a bit, and I felt she detracted from it rather than added to it. Like, this was my fourth favourite match on the card, and it really shouldn't be, because I know Caffeine and Crush are a good team. So, yeah, I guess I was left a bit disappointed about how much time Unagi was getting in this match, because I know if it was mainly Umasaki, it would have been much better. I don't know if you felt the same way.
Yeah, I guess. It wasn't, like, it by far wasn't near my favorite match on the card either.
Yeah, exactly.
I just thought also, like, they had quite a long, like, crowd brawling phase
Yes.
to start it off, which is always kind of whatever to me, unless there's some insane, like, chair bowling spots or whatever.
That segment means, hey, we're going over 20 minutes.
Yeah, probably.
And it did go 22 minutes, so.
I thought, like, they wanted to make sure that if Miran didn't get a concussion, they wanted to make sure that at least someone walked out of the show with a concussion, because they, like, at the end, like, they slammed each other with this. At first, it looked like one of those what's it called, lids from a
that's a
steel bin.
Yeah, she carries around an aluminium tin. Yeah.
But it wasn't like these lids, when people are smashing them over their heads, it's like nothing, right? Because it's just like a thin aluminium foil thing. But this was like a fucking metal tablet where, like, you serve drinks with or whatever. This looked like really like it looked like it was made out of, like, massive metal, and they just slammed each other over the head with it over and over. I thought, like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, this is not like one of those thin little lids that they normally use to.
Well, they're used to it. That's her default weapon, so they're probably used to getting hit by that. But I don't think I realized how hard it was until maybe you pointed it out.
Maybe it isn't that bad, but it looked massive to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe they're just dumb. Yeah, Unagi did, like, I thought she did some cool stuff by the end. She did, like, that crazy reverse Michinoku driver or whatever it's called. That always looks sick. And yeah, they did a lot of like pinfalls near the end that were like super close, 2.99999 before someone broke it up. And yeah, Debbie got the pin in the end.
So they retained, and they immediately vacated the titles afterwards. So
weird.
They basically spoke about how they've conquered the division, and Kaito said she was going to go after Umesaki's singles title, which is a great direction. I love that. They'd be going after Umisaki. And then Sato spoke about going after the Elizabeth title, which is basically a massive downgrade for Sato, who's one of the company's best workers, getting put into the division that you can only wrestle people over 40 in
That's
freeways.
Crazy, yeah.
So I'm hoping she's not in that division for too long. But they did kind of give a non-kayfabe reason backstage about it being easier to build cards when they're both single stars, because they are both good workers. But I guess, I think they gave them this tag title run to just give them a running platform for their new heel stable for the unit war. But
yeah. But you also mentioned that, like, Haruka and Unagi in the end decided to not even split up.
No, I guess they're just staying together because their mums really want them to stay together. So they just baited everyone by saying they were going to break up. I don't know if it was all like a work. I have no idea. Like, none of it happened on the Diana show, so it's just such a weird storyline.
But they could have just won then, and then they would have, like, tag team champions.
I guess they need to keep the heel stable strong, because especially if Debbie is challenging Umasaki. Maybe that's part of the reason.
Guess.
But
yeah. Debbie is like, you mentioned she could get picked up. She's She's been wrestling for a long time now, right? She hasn't
Yeah.
been wrestling that long, but she's not that young anymore. I guess that's not really a hindrance for anyone to pick her up. I guess maybe for not for WWE. I don't know. Maybe.
She's just TV ready, though, I think.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, I thought she looked a lot better than I thought she would. I think I've seen her a couple of times before. Like Debbie Keitel, that name like rings such a bell in my mind. But yeah, I thought she looked good. She took some crazy bumps on the outside too, on those mats outside of the ring.
So
yeah.
What do you think about the show then overall? This is Diana.
It was really cool. Would like to check out more of it. Like,
it's kind of crazy.
Like Miran looked excellent. Shan is excellent. Like Nanami, all these women. Haruka. I've always been like a pro Haruka Misaki guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sure. Cool promotion.
It's crazy they have zero presence in Western media. Like, actually zero. It's Diana and Ice Ribbon. No one covers them because they don't even get pirated. No one cares enough to pirate these two promotions. It's crazy.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah. Cool. Anyway, that's Diana. So I thought it was a very good Korakuen Hall show. So I will be continuing to write about them at Social Suplex newsletter. And I guess I'll be reporting here every so often if something big happens or a match that I really like.
Yeah, absolutely. How can people watch this one? How did I watch this one?
So Diana is on Diana Live. So they have their own app. And if you want to watch it live, you do need to pay pay-per-view. So this show cost me 2,000 yen, which is like £10, which, you know, is not that much for a Korakuen Hall show.
It's worth it for this one.
Yeah, and if you don't want to buy any of their regular shows, you just wait 1 month and then they come out on their service. You just need a 1,000 yen subscription, so £5 a month. And then they'll give you all the shows 1 month later. And that's not really that big of a deal. You're not... You know, it's not like you're losing out in your Discord of 3,000 Diana watchers. You know, no one watches Diana, so if you watch it 1 month later, it doesn't really matter.
Sure.
Cool. Now moving on to the, I guess, last kind of medium-ish review, and then we'll shoot through the rest. We watched Actwres Girl'Z, and we watched it very recently because it only came out last night on their service. So they had quite a big show. Originally, the 1st of October was going to be their Korakuen Hall show, and then they gave away the date to, I don't know, maybe some other promotion or some kickboxing, I don't know. And so they moved it to Prism Hall, but it was still a big show. It had 3 title matches and a new debut rookie. So I wanted to give like a quick primer because we haven't spoken about Actwres Girl'Z before. Is that okay? So what is Actwres Girl'Z about? So if you're looking to get into Actwres Girl'Z, you know, you can get into them here, but I think I mentioned them on a previous episode. The Actwres Stage podcast is also another place that discusses Actwres Girl'Z. It's surprisingly well covered by English media, like compared to like Diana and Ice Ribbon. So Actwres Stage podcast is with Velker and Sandra, and it's very accessible. I like the discourse they have about the promotion, and you can tell that they're fans and they're passionate about it. So I've been watching the promotion religiously for about 5 months now. So where they are now is after the big Marigold poaching, but not really. Like, none of the Actwres wrestlers were actually under contract. They've gone through a few relaunches. One of the major ones was in 2022, and then there was another one of sorts in 2024. There are 2 major factions. One is called Killers. They're the heels, led by Maru, Act Yasukawa, and Mari. Act you might remember from Stardom, and yes, it's the same Act that was in the Yoshiko shooting incident. Not shooting with guns, you know, a shoot incident where she got beat up by Yoshiko. So that's led by Maru, Act, and Mari. Mari and Maru, confusing, are awesome. They're bedrocks of the promotion. And then the babyfaces are Actwres 5. They've got one champion in there, Marina Sahara, who's the Actwres Girl'Z champion. And some other members, Sakura Mizushima, Riku Fukunaga, and Naru. They're basically like the Power Rangers. So there's only 4 members now because the 5th one left, Yui Tensha. And they all have their own colours. So Marino is red, Naru's pink, Sakura is green, Riko is blue. And the new rookie that debuted on this show is training to be the 5th member of Actwres 5. And she's going to pick up the yellow colour that Yui Tensho sort of vacated. There is some weird lore with Actwres Girl'Z. they sort of see the Marigold poaching as like an asteroid that destroyed their planet. That's like what it is in kayfabe. And Actwres 5 want to build up the promotion from the ashes, and Killers just want to fuck shit up, basically. You will hear funny. Also some, yeah, it is kind of funny. You'll hear some things about a points system in Actwres Girl'Z. This is probably the most controversial part about the promotion. They don't consider themselves like professional wrestling. They're like kind of open about it being scripted. And there's some really weird stuff where they assign points to wrestlers based on their merch sales, their wins, and also a luck factor. And then in each match, the wrestler with the most points actually wins the match. But if you think about that, it gets really confusing. So one of the advice I got from Velke when I started watching was like, don't even think about it. It's just going to confuse it. And he was completely correct. If you think about it, you'll be like, oh, why did that person win? Does that person have more points than the other person? And it just gets really out of whack. So just follow it as if it's a normal wrestling promotion.
But they pinned each other. No?
So, yeah, so the person that gets the pin is the one that had the most points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't even want to explain it. It's too confusing. It is really fucking weird.
I thought like people can win despite getting pinned if they have more points or something, but that okay.
No, and if you win a match, you also gain points. So each match is determined by your points going into it.
That sounds super snowbally, no?
Yeah, but then there's the luck factor as well, which I guess is just a way for them to moderate the points. I don't know. Don't ask me. It's just a really weird promotion, but you can just ignore it and follow the promotion like it's normal, and that's what I suggest. Right. Awesome. So what I love about this promotion, first and foremost, is they do not give a fuck if you're a rookie or if you have low experience. They will just put you out there in Shinkiba First Ring, which is where a lot of their big shows are, and they'll just say go, and they'll just throw you in the deep end. So you can fall flat on your face or you can flourish. Most of the rookies tend to flourish. And, you know, if I'm comparing it to like AEW, this would be like throwing Nick Wayne a world title shot as soon as he debuted. That's the sort of shit that they do. And that's probably why they're the number one feeder promotion in the scene today. And it's not even close. There must be like 20 or 30 stars in the indie scene that were Actwres Girl'Z alumni. And I think that's part of the reason, to be honest. They also have like the most consistently good shows out of any promotion I watch. Like I never come out of an Actwres Girl'Z show thinking, oh, that was kind of bad or poopy. Like they're just consistently okay to good. And then they also just have some really good rookies, like I mentioned. So Anri, one of their rookies, is a legit Rookie of the Year contender. Yukina Yuhara is a bit more green, but she has some really awesome kicks, which we'll get into later, especially because she's from a non-combat background. She's from a beauty pageant background. So I love the fact that she enjoys kicking the shit out of people. And this is the promotion of stiff forearms and kicks. And how you watch it is they have their own subscription service, actwresgirls.net, and it's 1,000 yen as well, so like £5 a month. And that's it. You get all the shows on demand for £5 a month, nothing else, no pay-per-views or anything like that. Yeah, so that's the background to the promotion.
Cool.
What did you think about this show?
So first off, I only watched the last 4 because of like my time constraints today with work and everything. I thought it was surprisingly high quality wrestling actually. But like you said, you just said it's like your favorite promotion to watch when it comes to quality, I guess.
Yep.
Which I kinda think that's not the reputation they have usually in amongst like Joshi fans. At least that's what I would have thought. But
which is weird, yeah.
I guess, yeah. I think especially like under like normal not normal, but like Puro fans like got a really weird impression from Actwres Girl'Z, I think, when they watched All Japan, because they had a couple of like weird match inlays during All Japan shows like 1 or 2 years ago, where they mostly just danced and had like some not very convincing matches, at least from what I saw. So most people probably think that they have a really low work rate standard, but yeah, obviously that's not really true. About this match, it says it's in Tokyo Dome City Prism Hall. I wonder where that is. Is that like the upper floor of the Tokyo Dome City Hall?
Yeah, I
where
don't
like
actually
usually
know.
the entrance is.
I thought it was going to be where like GLEAT ran earlier this year, and they're running again at the end of the year. But Cage Match was showing a different building, so I don't know where this is.
Yeah, but I've been to Tokyo Dome City Hall itself. It looks a lot different. That's definitely not what it is. But it might be like the upper floor outside of it, because it looked so light. Like Tokyo Dome City Hall is like a dark thing with like a big stage, and it looks like just like, I don't know. I
There could be
was
different
surprised
halls in the
when-
building, but yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
But yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you have to go through the first couple of matches without me. I'm gonna join in on the tag match.
Yeah, sure. So I thought this was a really good show overall with, 3 title matches. And I normally skip through a lot of the entrances when watching shows on VOD, not this promotion, but other promotions. And Actwres Girl'Z is the one promotion that I just watched the entrances and the start of the show, because they start the show with like a really cute behind the scenes snippets of the wrestlers selling merch and then the whole roster comes out and they perform a bunch of songs. They recently introduced a new dance for the baby faces and the heels at the Korakuen Hall show. And the heel choreography in particular is kind of great. It's kind of enjoyable. I like that sort of aspect of it. So the first match was Chiyoba and Toru Hina versus Hinata Senya and Nanami Togi. So just one note on this: Chi is too good for the opener. She's far above the level of anyone else in this match. She looked good. She won. Cool. Next match was Anri and Asako Miya and Arisa Nagai versus Neni Arahata and Ryo in a 2-on-3 handicap. So the story behind this is Asako Miya is basically a comedy character. She debuted in 2022 and she hasn't won a single match since her debut in 2022. So that's a 3-year losing streak.
Oh.
And she got really tired of losing and being made fun of, and she wanted to tear up the script. That was the slogan that she kept on saying. And she actually finally got her win on this show after 3 years, and the crowd popped quite big. She won with a octopus stretch on Ryo, who's a rookie. So of course she beats a rookie for her first win as well, right? And the octopus stretch is
match too, right?
in the handicap match. And it's even funnier that it's an octopus stretch, because she's always struggled to put that on. She like falls off of the opponent when she tries to put it. I still don't know if her bad wrestling is part of the bit or not. I actually can't tell if she's working me and actually a bad wrestler or pretending to be a bad wrestler. But I like getting work, so I don't mind that. But yeah, well done to Asako Miya, I guess. Next up, we had
Congrats.
Naru. Yeah, congrats. Naru and Riku Fukunaga, who are part of Actwres 5, the babyface faction, against Haruka Ishikawa and Kyoka Iwai, who are part of the heels. So this was just, continuing the Killers versus Actwres 5 feud, but it was on the undercard, so it was less than 10 minutes. Naru is really fucking good. She's one of the best sellers that they have by far. Amazing bumper as well, very athletic. But it was a short undercard match, so not many notes. But at least they won. So Rico won with the Tiger Suplex on Kyoka. So now, yeah, go on.
Quick question: the Asako Miya losing streak, does that beat Waka Tsukiyama's then?
How long is Waka's?
Oh. I'm not quite sure if it was over 3 years or over 300 matches, or maybe both. Like the first match Waka ever won in her career was against Nanae Takahashi.
Oh, of course. Your nemesis.
Yeah. But they played that out really big. I don't know if you ever heard of that. There was like the storyline for her to like she was in Cosmic Angels and she has never won a match. And Tam Nakano was about to throw her out if she didn't win by like April of the year, I think. And then they got like booked against Nanae Takahashi, and that was when Kairi Hojo was back in there for a stretch before she returned to the WWE. So like Tam and Waka faced Nanae and Kairi, which was like the most monstrous matchup Waka could possibly face, because Nanae and Kairi essentially never lost. But that's the match she finally got her first win in, pinning Nanae. That's
fucking kinda crazy, actually.
Yeah.
Because now she's in the fucking 5-star. If I had watched that, I would not be able to take her seriously.
she wasn't ever supposed to be taken seriously. I think.
Then
That,
what-
I mean, that was one of my main gripes about the 5-star
yeah, I didn't know
this
that
year,
context. That's
that-
crazy.
wrestlers like her in it, but whatever.
Interesting.
I love the 5-star anyway, so that's
True.
That's how it goes.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
let's get back to Actwres. But
Yeah,
I think
so-
that's gotta be like two of the biggest losing streaks then, Waka and like
Asako
Asako
Miya,
Miya, I guess.
yeah. Yep. Next up, we had the rookie debut. So Kana Yufuku, she's 21 years old. She has a background, so she did like track and field in elementary and middle school, so nothing serious, and she has a swimming background. But the reason she joined Actwres Girl'Z is because the director of a stage play that she was in April also directs that for Actwring, which is like their theatre division. So they have a theatre division and then the wrestling one. And after the play, he asked her if she wanted to try wrestling and give it a go, and she said yes. So you can see this is how the Actwres Girl'Z pipeline works. This is how they get wrestlers in there. They're basically like theatre kids, which, you know, kind of makes sense. It's
They're the best wrestlers.
yeah. Does that happen in America? Like where theatre kids go into wrestling? Is that like a
I
thing?
think they're only looking for injured track and field athletes.
Yeah,
or something.
exactly. It's so different. Where like in Japan they're focusing. Oh, we've spoken about this before about idol culture,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So it really is interesting.
That's why they suck in America.
Yep. Yeah. So this was Spice App, Maika Ozaki, and Tai Honma, who are originals of Actwres Girl'Z. That's where they debuted, and obviously they're known now for their freelancing. And they beat Kana Yufuku, the new rookie, and Yukina Uehara, who is a rookie. So the interesting thing here is that Yukina, a rookie, is the senpai to the new rookie. Like, how often do you get that? That someone who has been 10 months into their career is basically holding the hand of a new rookie. And
That's funny.
yeah, Honma also mentioned this on the mic, so I don't think you get that anywhere else. This is like an Actwres Girl'Z thing where their rookies are being entrusted to do this as well. They get so much responsibility and leeway, and that's probably like why they grow so quickly. Yeah. So I mentioned Yukina has a background in beauty pageantry, and so she finished second in Miss Earth Japan, so it's kind of legit. So her thing in ring is kicking people as hard as she fucking can. That's what she likes doing. And she did that here, like at the start of the match when Tay held the new rookie in a leg lock, and Yukina just ran into the ring and obliterated Tay with a kick. And I almost spat out my drink when I saw that. So, what did you think about Yukina? It was your first time seeing her.
I might have like a couple of hot takes here.
It probably won't be hot.
Maybe. Because you told me like people are talking about Yukina, right?
Not as much as Anri, by the way. Anri is like the main standout that you didn't see because she was on the undercard.
I think I know Anri though. Like her name is very familiar.
Yeah, Anri is the one that people are talking about as like the rookie of the year contender. Yukina is just a good rookie, but she's still green, basically.
Yeah, from what I saw of this match, I honestly thought Kana almost looked more convincing to me than Yukina.
That kind of makes sense because she's more your type of wrestler, I think, in terms of like selling and like getting crowd support. Whereas Yukina is basically just really stiff kicks.
Yeah.
She's not a very good seller, and she's not good at timing and positioning in tag matches and stuff like that.
That's what I thought. And they had that one spot where like both Maika and Tai like tied them up in the ropes, Kana and Yukina. And Yukina looked like so stiff and uncomfortable doing it. And Kana was like way more natural looking in like selling this.
No, I completely agree.
My other like hot take, and that goes back to like what I said earlier on the Diana show about rookies, like how I like to like compare them. I think Kana has better forearms than Saya Kamitani.
I shit you not. I was thinking the exact same thing when watching this match. I was watching this match and I was like, how the fuck can a brand new rookie have better forearms than most people in Stardom? I told you, like, Actwres Girl'Z is the promotion of forearms, but that's still... It's so weird how Stardom have that issue.
Yeah. And those were my big two hot takes. I really like Kana, honestly. I'm probably, if I keep watching Actwres Girl'Z, I'm gonna really keep an eye on her. Yeah, my other big takeaway from this match is that I really see a point about like Tai Honma. I think this was like the 5th match I saw.
Exactly. She's everywhere.
Just this weekend. I don't even know how she does that. Does she have clones or something? How's she on every single show at the same time? It's crazy. Yeah.
So because of that, I didn't have many other takes on this match except the rookie, who I thought showed a lot of personality and charisma for a rookie, which is always a great start. And we mentioned the stiff forearms on Micah, so that's another checkbox ticked. And yeah, it was a solid debut.
Yep, I agree.
And then we move into... okay. So the next match was the King of Ring Entertainment title, which is like the secondary singles belt. It was held by Sakura Mizushima, who was, part of the Power Rangers, the babyface faction, and she was going up against Maru, who is the leader of the heel faction. And so Maru is 44. She's someone who led Actwres Girl'Z theatre division for several years, and then she returned to the ring to provide a more veteran presence to every show. She runs her own theatre troupe, and she also helps out Hikaru Shida's theatre troupe as well. She's one of those wrestlers that you could imagine being the favourite wrestler of your favourite wrestler in a way. So by that I mean she makes you look good. She does everything perfectly as you expect it to. She's just very good at her job, I guess, is the way to put it. Sakura, I felt, was kind of off her game in this match. She had some really good title defenses this year, but this was probably the sloppiest I think I've seen her. There were just a lot of mistimings, mishaps with the crossbody to the outside where she slipped on the ropes multiple times.
Some problems there.
And then she also failed Maru's spin crash attempt, which is like in the electric chair. She kind of dropped her. So this was unusual for Sakura. She's normally much tighter in ring. But I think Maru tried her best to keep it on track. And surprisingly, I was really shocked that Maru actually won the title, because I thought there was no way they were giving her a title. But it's kind of awesome. She'll be a really good gatekeeper for other people. What did you think about this match? Your first time seeing both?
Yeah, I think you kind of pre-warned me for this one. So maybe it was more apparent to me that Sakura just kind of dropped the ball on several occasions. So yeah, it was kind of... sloppy here and there. There was like one spot was really cool when they were on the outside after the crossbody. I think there was like Maru was just like kneeling on the outside, I think, and the camera had her in like a really close up, and out of nowhere like Sakura flew in with a drop kick right in her face.
Yeah,
that looked really fun. But yeah, the suplex for the win that Maru did. I don't know if I've ever seen a suplex like that before. That looked kind of crazy. Like she did a Northern Light, like a fisherman's almost, but like put her leg behind her neck instead of just hooking it with her arm. It was kind of really awesome. Weird looking but awesome looking suplex that she finished.
That is another thing about Actwres Girl'Z. I feel like, and actually this is a good segue into the next match. They just innovate some new moves. Like you just see shit that you don't see anywhere else. So so with the next match was my match of the night. It was the Actwres Girl'Z tag team title match. They're held by Amaterasu, which is Act and Mari. Mari is probably my favorite wrestler right now, which I'll go into in a bit. They just won the tournament for the titles. They're newly introduced, so they're the first champions, the inaugural champions. And they defended against Midsummer Sea Breeze, which is Nagisa, Shiitsuki, and Natsuki as well. So Nagisa, she has one of the most innovative offenses I think I've seen in wrestling, where it's basically mostly chops, but it's a variation of chops. So she'll do chops. She does like a tree of woe chop, for example, diving chops from the top rope, just a flying chop. So off the ropes, and then doing like a forward roll. It's just, she does the most crazy chops imaginable, and it's just something I've never seen anywhere else. And again, this promotion just sort of like breeds that sort of creativity, I feel like, and that's one of the other reasons I really like this promotion. But as for this match, I thought it was awesome. This match was the classic Actwres Girl'Z style. What did you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I was kind of like, I was trying to watch for Natsuki, since you told me that she was like considered like the the breakout star right now of the promotion. That's like rumored to leave for Stardom or whatever. But I just thought like Mari just got all my attention the entire
Mari
match,
is fucking awesome.
Like every time I see her, she's just great, and she basically spent her entire career in Actwres, right?
Yep.
So far, I think she was in like some smaller promotions for the first couple of years, but I just always wonder why like I always gotta preface this by saying that I don't want anyone to get signed away from Actwres. But when I see someone like Mari who has like this look and this like charisma and aura and this skill in the ring, I always like kind of wonder why I never see Mari much outside of Actwres, like someone of her like talent.
Well, I'm with you on that. So I don't know, but maybe one of our listeners can tell us one day. But yeah, Mari is
like just I know how it goes, right? I know like that talented wrestlers inevitably are gonna get signed away. That's not saying I'm rooting for that to happen. I just find it weird that it didn't happen yet. Like,
so she's like she's like the heartbeat of the promotion. So she also trains people, and she's one of the coaches. So
that's probably
so she's like a cornerstone of the promotion. So she's probably just kind of happy where she is and comfortable with it, and she probably just enjoys having that job as well. I mean,
that's also just a loyalty, then, right?
Yeah, and it also kind of works out well. I mean, like look at the talent that she's helped produce over the years. So
absolutely.
So yeah, so when I started first watching this promotion, Natsuki was the first person that I sort of like latched onto, and I've sort of just been slowly detaching myself from Natsuki just in case she actually leaves. But the person that I've been transferring a lot of that love into is Mari. I just think she's become one of my favorite wrestlers. Just everything she does is awesome. If you notice in these matches, so her partner is Act Yoshikawa, who doesn't bump much, is kind of part of the bit, and Mari will be doing like 95% of the work in all of these tag matches. She will just be going hard for 10-15 minutes by herself against two of her opponents, and it's all-timer performance. It's so good. It's like MVP level performance, basically. Not MVP from AEW. I mean, most valuable player. So
yes.
So this match flew by. It was 10 minutes with non-stop action. And you could tell it was going to be a quick match when there was like an avalanche Frankensteiner like a few minutes into the match. I love the finish as well. Mari basically hoisted Nagisa up on her shoulders and dropped her from a crucifix position into an emerald flosion. It was just a crazy move, and this was a really good first defense for Amaterasu, and they retained the Actwres Girl'Z tag team titles.
Yes. Something that has to do with how quick the match was, and that's a main issue I have for the next match, is I kind of found it weird, like the files on the Actwres service, right? The individual files, they were all like 27 to like over 30 minutes long, but the matches only were like sometimes 8 or 10 minutes, so I completely mistimed or like underestimated or overestimated how long the matches were gonna go when I tried to plan all this. So I was kind of surprised when the finish on this one came and there was like still so much time left on the
they got like backstage promos and all that stuff. Because
they
never release them live, so they always like edit in those interviews and stuff like that. So
so I didn't know that for the main event, and I was like very short on time, and I had my food in preparation, so I could just eat a bite before we started recording. So I thought like I'm just gonna skip ahead a couple of minutes in this one, and I think I accidentally skipped most of the match. But I also didn't have time to go back to watch the rest. So I unfortunately don't have too many notes on the main event, but yeah.
Yeah, so speaking of the main event, so Marino Sahara, who's one of the best champions in the scene today, the Actwres Girl'Z champion, she defended successfully against Yuri Tensho. So Yuri Tensho was part of her faction, part of the Power Rangers. She was the yellow one, and then she left. She teased going heel with the Killers faction, but then she sort of went her own way. So I thought this match completely over-delivered. I love the fact it was only 12 minutes, to be honest. One thing with Actwres Girl'Z, it does not waste your time. They do not do 20-minute plus matches just for the sake of it. And it's actually one of the main things I love about the promotion, to be honest. I've never like sat in a match and were like, oh, that kind of dragged. They're always pretty much the perfect length, and I felt that here as well. I over-delivered because I didn't know that Yui Tencho kind of had this match in her. This was a really stiff, well-worked match. It was well-paced as well, and I think Tencho came out of it better than when she went into it, even though it was a 12-minute match. And Marino looked super strong with the finish as well. There was a nasty German suplex from Marino where Tencho sort of landed on the top of her neck, but Tencho fought through it to turn Marino inside out with a lariat before Marino put Tencho away with the MRN smash, which is a bridging German suplex, which is a move I fucking love. So yeah, so there was no doubt who the champ was, and I really liked it. And Marino is still your Actwres Girl'Z champ, so that means that the heels didn't go away with all of the titles, because the tease was if Yui Tencho won the main event, then Maru would try to recruit her into the heel faction. So that did not happen. So the babyfaces still have a championship.
Yeah, that was like my only real note on this one is like I thought Tencho actually got a lot, and she was really controlling most of the match by the end of it, until like Marino hit her with like one like delayed German bridge suplex to get the pin. I was kind of surprised that was the finish also, because like Tencho was just like dominating at this point, and it was just like one counter move by Marino who then got the pin essentially.
Yeah, I kind of like that though.
But yeah, I do like these kind of surprise finishes as well. So, but I thought Tencho looked good. Yeah.
Cool. And then that was the Actwres Girl'Z show. So I thought it was a really good show overall.
Yeah, excellent. Maybe I'm gonna check out.
I don't want to overload you with indies, but I'll give you some recommendations when there's like a really good match. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, but like when someone ends their 3-year losing streak, maybe I gotta watch that match.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So I mean, next on the agenda was SEAdLINNG show, but I think I've looked at my notes and I don't feel like doing a full review of this show, to be honest.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right. So I'm probably just going to do a shorter one. I mean, the show was... So SEAdLINNG did a show at Colts Kawasaki on the 4th of October. It's one of their 6 monthly shows at that building, and it's like their best drawing building. So it's like a big show. They did 703 or something. So a big show, a lot of matches on the card, but the show was just very meh. You don't need to go out of your way to watch it.
All right.
So there were rookies against Stardom wrestlers, I guess. So Saya Iida versus Yukifuna, who we spoke about in the Sendai Girls tournament. And then there was Celine Mizora versus Yuna Mizumori. These matches were fine. Celine seems more comfortable with the fundamentals than Funa. It just means she doesn't like miss her timings or hesitate as much, but there was nothing like too crazy in these matches. There was Coco versus La Petita, who is Kao Kobayashi. So Coco is a 15-year-old masked wrestler from a promotion called My Way in Fukuoka, which is a promotion full of masked wrestlers, apparently, which I only found out about. So she debuted in 2023 at the age of 15, and she was pretty good. It kind of surprised me. She did a tope suicida, a springboard moonsault, and she even managed to like roll through a 450 splash because the opponent moved out of the way, which is just not something I'm expecting a 15-year-old to do. so I saw that Marigold have booked her on their upcoming Fukuoka tour, so I'm kind of interested to see who she's against in those matches and how she does. But yeah, so she intrigued me at least. All right, and then the tag team title match, the one that I buried on the last show because they booked it just to fuck with me. Amazon and Yuri versus Mia Shirai and Natsu Sumire. Sumire Natsu. So this show was billed as a double main event, and this was one of the main events. This match absolutely sucked. I don't usually use language like that. This is like a worst match of the year contender for me. I don't know what the fuck was going on during this match. I don't know why Amazon is a thing so high up in the card. Amazon's, for those who don't know, Amazon's like a huge gaijin, like Nyla Rose but way taller, like an Awesome Kong sort of figure, I guess, in the promotion. But she just, so the matches are built around her being this huge monster. But here's the problem. The problem is she's not good enough to play that role. So you need to be skilled and like charismatic to play off a big monster like Bazilla, right? And Amazon is just not that. She took 2 years off of wrestling and then was back. Now she's back and thrown into the deep end. It didn't look like the crowd cared either, and normally that type of wrestler lands well with the crowd. It didn't look like they gave a shit. There were just some really stupid spots in this match as well. Like, Yuri landed a bridging German suplex, and so to break up the hold, Mia Shirai just asked the referee not to count. So, that sounds weird, but the referee was counting, and on the 2 count, Mia Shirai just puts her arm in front of the referee, and the referee just looks at Mia just confused, and then doesn't count the 3. I've just never seen a pin broken up by the opponent just asking the referee not to count. I just don't know what the fuck was happening. And, I just got triggered thinking about it. And then Samira Natsu did her sex stuff as usual, so that didn't help how I was feeling about this match. And then Natsu pinned Amazon with a cradle. This match went 20 minutes. It went 20 fucking minutes. I didn't realize it was that long until I checked the match result. Anyway, this match sucked. No more on that. And then the main event was... Yeah?
Would you say Amazon is more megaton than Bozilla?
She's way more megaton. She is beyond megaton.
What is the other big one called?
Tank, yeah. Tank, she's worse than Tank for sure.
Worse than Tank?
She's worse than Tank.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can sort of like...
SEAD's top of the card is just not doing well right now. And I was really enjoying it with like Makoto and Veni and Suri, and I don't know what the fuck has happened in the past few... This has happened since the Cork and Hall show in August. So they've just fucking nosedived. The only reason to watch the promotion right now is if you're interested in the rookies. That's it.
All right.
Cool. And yeah, that's the show. Oh, I guess... Sorry, no, there's one more event. Yeah. No, there was a party main event, which was Ayame Sesamura, Mira Koga, Ryu Mizunami, and Yumiko Hotta against Hazuki, Jaguar Yokota, Makoto, and Miku Kanai. So... It was a house show type main event. There's nothing really to report. The interesting thing was Miria Koga was sort of placed in a really prominent position as one of the rookies. So they've got... SEAdLINNNG has got this thing where the rookies are feuding with each other, a bit like Marvelous, I guess. And Miria Koga is going to feud with Honori Hana, but because Miria Koga was in this main event, maybe there's some jealousy thing going on. But the main thing to report is Suzuki backstage said that she was looking forward to face Yoshiko, who's coming back, who's making a comeback soon. She announced in July that she was going to make a comeback.
Oh, I actually saw that promo.
Yes. Yeah. So Hazuki has said that she can't wait to wrestle her. So that is probably the next direction for Hazuki and SEAdLINNNG. So if that interests anyone.
Awesome.
Cool. Yeah. So, do you wanna go into your Eve notes, or I could just
my Eve notes? I think you're the one.
Oh, sorry. Your Chocopro notes. My bad. Your Chocopro notes.
Yeah. Do you want to preview the Ice Ribbon show at the end then?
Yeah, I mean, I can do it quickly. So there's just a few notes. Moran is on the show, who we spoke about earlier, bumping her head on the mat. So apparently she's fine. And then the other thing is Ice Ribbon have debuted a new wrestler from the US independent scene called Sammy Chaos. She is huge. She's billed like the same height and weight as Nia Jax, but I'm pretty sure like Nia. I'm pretty sure Nia Jax's height is worked, so I'm pretty sure Sammy Chaos is even bigger than Nia Jax. So I can't wait until she squishes like one of the kids that are in Ice Ribbon, like because Ice Ribbon have like some 8-year-olds that are wrestling that, so that's going to be fun. And the main event is just a preview tag between Minami Katsu and Ibuki Hoshi ahead of their singles match and tag match at Cork and Hall a few weeks later.
All right.
Oh, and also Sayaka Toyosu is on the card, which is... She normally doesn't do outside bookings of T-Hearts. So I don't know if do you remember her? I think maybe she was on the Suriism show?
Maybe if
I think she's like Minami Toyota. Is she related to Minami Toyota? I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yes, that one.
I heard
so
about that.
She is on Ice Ribbon, which was out of nowhere. But, I mean, Miku Kanai is from T-Hearts, right? So there's probably some connection there. So
yeah.
Right. Chocopro.
I almost wanna give you like the I almost think your life notes are more important.
Oh, on Eve?
Because that was a big event for you, right? Yeah.
Well, it was awesome, but I don't know much. Like, I was really happy that I met Vinny, and I had like a meet and greet, and I was so fucking nervous to meet her, and she was she was so nice as well. She was like selling like photo shots, how they, all the wrestlers sell photo shots, and they just sign them, £10 each. I had £40 cash, and I never use cash. So I just literally gave her £40. And she was like, what? Do I need to give you money back? I was like, no, it's fine. Just keep it. I don't use cash.
Awesome.
And she was like so grateful about it. Dave from the newsletter, our mutual friend, was there as well. So yeah, I just loved meeting her. She was awesome. As for the match itself, I thought it was like genuinely excellent. So it was Dash Chisako and Sapphire Reed versus Nina Samuels and Veni. And it was just a really awesome match. Veni has really... like, she has so much aura in person. It's actually crazy. I could not take my eyes off her, like, the whole match. I guess it's because she's my favorite wrestler, but just the way she moves is fucking awesome. I mentioned last episode about her potentially having the best elbow in Joshi, and I saw it firsthand live, where, you know, it's honestly like Takeshita level. It is so fucking good. Like, it was so fun to see everyone react to it live. Like, literally everyone was just like, oh, shit, and yeah. And the other underrated thing about Veni is, I've noticed it before, but Chris mentioned it, our mutual friend, Chris G. It's the way she bumps. So when she bumps for like Northern Light suplexes or stuff like that, any bump which is like a forward flip, where she lands on her back, she will tease landing on the top of her head and only tuck in at the very last second. I think she's one of the best at doing that, where you're not sure if she's going to make it all the way through. And because she's much larger than the other Joshi, like, she always makes it in the last second, and it's awesome. And she does it in such a unique way.
That's great.
So yeah, I love Vinny, and that was awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was more important. Like, you're happy.
Thank you, Tim. I was very happy
from
about
Friday.
It. Yeah.
I just watched like Chocopro had a show with Mystery Wrestling because like Evil Uno was over there. Who is like the booker of Mystery Wrestling, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And it's not really that noteworthy. I thought the show was a lot more fun than like I think it's actually worth checking out if you really have nothing else to do, because the matches were kind of fun. Like just some things I noted. Wait, where do I get? It's like basically Chiko Ishikawa, who I kind of have like a soft spot for. I think she's awesome. She teamed with Hagane Shinu against Chris Brooks and Hiyori Iwata, and actually defeated them. There was one really funny spot when like you know the spot, right, when they do like the test of strength thing, but one person is way bigger than the other. They just stand in front of each other. One guy lifts like his hand up in the air.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Chi goes up to Chris Brooks and lifts like her hand in the air, and then like Chris Brooks lifts his hand, of course. So Chris Brooks' hand is like a meter above Chi's essentially.
Yeah.
So Hagane picks her up, like puts her on his shoulders. So at this point, Chi's hand is about on the same height as Chris Brooks. But then Chris Brooks picks up Hiyori Iwata. But unfortunately, the room is not that high, that little doctor's office or whatever they're in. And like Hiyori Iwata just breaks through the ceiling with her head.
Oh shit. That's got to be a shoot as well.
You could see in the ceiling there's like one stripe where it's like it looks a bit like patched. So I'm pretty sure it was planned. Well, it was.
That's so cool.
It was a really funny spot. That was like and like, you know, the typical Chocopro shenanigans was going on. Like at this point, Evil Uno was on commentating this match was also pretty funny. And like the second match is nothing important. The third match was Best Bros, which is like Balyanaki and Mei Suruga defeating Evil Uno and Miya Yotsuba. And this match ruled a lot, actually. It's really good. I mean, as you can probably tell, like it was a Mei Suruga match. Balyanaki is good. Miya Yotsuba and Evil Uno were both good as well. Like, Best Bros have such an awesome finisher. I don't know. You've probably seen it, right? Like,
yeah.
It's an assisted, like, Mei Suruga jumps off of Balyan's knee, I think, and he, like, does an assisted moonsault.
Yeah.
Or is it?
I think it's a moonsault, right? That's what I thought when you mentioned it, but I could be misremembering.
What's the other one called? The shooting star press. Now I think it's a moonsault, but it looks really cool. It's kind of hard to explain. Like, it's basically an assisted moonsault from the floor, where like it kind of looks like a cheerleader duo, where like the male cheerleader throws the female cheerleader in the air, and she just does a flip and lands on. I think she landed on Evil Uno in this case and pinned him. That was really cool. Yeah, if anyone wants to see some fun comedy matches, it's worth checking out, I think, those 2 matches.
Cool. Speaking of which, Chocopro have a show next, probably coming out this Friday, because it was on the 5th of October. And as part of that, so we got Best Bro. So there's, I'll just say 3 of the matches. Hiyori Yawata versus Sayaka Obihiro, and they're teasing like a number 1 contendership for that match. And then the semi-main is Best Bros against Kaori Yoniyama and Yu. So Yu's making another stop before her retirement. And then the main event is Antonio Honda versus Rina Yamashita for the Super Asia title. So that's probably coming out on Friday.
Awesome.
And then they also announced...
is that a real ring show?
Yeah, that's a ring show. Show, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then on the 30th of October at Shinjuku Face, that is Emi Sakura's anniversary. And they've announced Miya Yotsuba versus Riho and Mei Suruga versus Azumi. Fucking hell.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, that match is going to be... Because she faced Mei Sarah, right, earlier this year. And that match was fucking awesome. So I'm very much looking forward to this. This is like a 4-star minimum match. Like it's just like it's impossible for it to be bad.
No, for real. That literally is.
All right, it's match of the week time, and it just crossed 3 hours.
Yeah, I think we can do this quick.
It's Marigold versus Marvelous Monday Magic.
It probably has to be, yeah. I was thinking about shouting out, like, one thing I wanted to shout out as, like, my runners-up is, I guess, Chris Statlander and Darby Allin versus Marina Shafir and Wheeler Yuta. I had a lot of fun with that one. Mm-hmm. And I really also wanted to shout out in this way in the Husky Shanshan match again. Like, if there wasn't the Monday Magic Show match, it would have probably actually been the Azuki Shanshan match.
Excellent. One person converted to the Shanshan cause. I will get all of you. Great. I will also want to shout out a runner-up. So I wanted to mention an awesome match between Haruka Umisaki and Kurari Wakana, who's Ice Ribbon's rookie, on the 28th of September show on Ice Ribbon. So I'd been calling Kurari kind of like an average rookie, like not bad, not outstanding. She had a fucking awesome performance against Umisaki. So she's doing like a 7-match trial series, and this was her 6th match. And it was one of those matches that's maybe not for parachuters, because one of the biggest pops for me in the match was Kurari finally landing the top rope diving double foot stomp, because she hasn't been able to land that before in other matches. So the whole idea of the 7-match series is that she's actually getting better each match. And this time she actually landed on Umisaki, and there were some amazing near falls as well. So I did really love that match. It's probably the best match. No, it is definitely the best match of Kurari Wakana's career, and one of the best Umisaki matches this year, I think.
Yeah.
So I want to shout that out. And also her next match is on 26th of October at Korakuen Hall, and it's against Maya Yukihi. So Maya is returning to Ice Ribbon after like a year or whatever. She did 1 match last year as well.
Okay. I forgot why I even brought that AEW matchup. Did you ever Did you ever in your life step on a thumbtack?
Oh no! Because did Marina Shafir step on? Is that the match you stepped on the thumbtacks?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that was fucking. No, I saw it. That was fucking painful. Yeah.
Yeah, I have stepped into thumbtacks before, like as a kid or whatever. And if I imagine that like times 50 or however many she got, I think that was a sicker spot probably than anything MJF and Mark Briscoe did, honestly, in their thumbtack match.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Yeah, that's fucking painful. Like it's even painful when you step on a Lego block. Imagine the thumbtack.
Yeah. That's fucking insane. That's just why this match has been floating around in my head since I saw it, so I just wanted to shout it out real quick for all our listeners who never watch AW. Anyway, there were a couple of other really sick bumps in there. It was a really cool match, actually. Fun little plunder brawl. Anyway, I think we got everything for this week.
Huge indie episode. Maybe there's more of those to come. Is it a busy month? What do we have for next week? I don't even know. Next week, we have Stardom Korakuen Review on the 11th. Marigold Korakuen Review on the 13th. Probably a
big shows, huh?
TJPW Shinjuku Face show, which is live. For indies, we have Marvelous Show, which should build up the Senka and Takumi match. That should be a preview, I'm imagining, because it's the last show before the Senka Takumi match.
Yeah.
Then there's obviously Friday Night Gacha episode 2, and then a bunch of other small, shorter stuff.
Wait, 13th is Mirai Goodbye show, right?
It is a goodbye show on that Korakuen, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a big one too. No, so we got quite a bit of stuff next week. Cool.
Right.
Thanks for another great episode, Eric.
Thanks for another great episode, Tim.
Hope you're gonna have a great night with Dynamite, probably.
I will do, yeah, it's Dynamite night. Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed all the indie stuff today, and check out the promotions. Don't be scared to do so. There is some good stuff there. And I guess if you have any questions, you can ask somewhere that we'll see it. Probably somewhere in Voices of Wrestling, Miss Joshi, or Social Suplex Discord, Miss Joshi, somewhere around there. Whatever you want to do. Or you just reply to one of Tim's plugs.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, probably. I got it in the podcast description. Also, our podcast is on YouTube now. I finally got that done. So
I did not know that. That's cool.
If anyone
so you could also just leave a comment
was
on
waiting
YouTube.
for that or something as a YouTube user, you can find it there now too. You can probably comment it on YouTube.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
Check
that's the easiest place to do it.
Excellent. Yeah, my socials are down in the description on Spotify. I don't know if that description gets taken by the RSS feed on all the other platforms as well. But you can probably find me, Hunter S. Timpson or something, on some platforms. Whatever. I hate plugging my socials. I never know what they are. So anyway,
Right.
good night and bye.
Good night.
I guess.
Bye.